All right. Welcome back, everyone, to Ghostfire. Uh, last we left off, you guys had made your way through a bit more of the wilds, where you guys had made it over to. God dang it. Let's see. So you guys.
We're in Sweet Tooth.
That's right. Okay, there was some shenanigans going on. I was like, how did you guys not make it that far? But I remember now. So you guys had left from
I'm
the
at an
sword.
ear.
Yeah, you guys left from the sword tree, went back to the town of Tuinville, where you guys chatted up the locals to see if you can find out more information about these witches. After some long conversations, you guys had decided to have Zix split off from the group to try to summon the ship in the bottle, where you guys were going to meet together in the Sweet Tooth Village or whatever remained of it. Zix, you had talked to a surprisingly talking elk that gave you quite a bit of information for what an elk might know, and then you guys had met up and fought some terrible candy creatures. Where Blackwell, as you guys took a short rest, Blackwell decided to go ahead and scout ahead, where he found some little gingerbread men that were some little feisty guys, and you guys are trying to currently sneak past them to get to the witch's cottage up ahead. I think that pretty much sums it up. So,
And I also told Zix that I stole a kidney while we were in town.
stole a kidney.
Just
Very
one though.
Just one, and not a monster.
good.
They only need one.
uh, so with that, um, you guys are. Could you refresh me on your plan on how to tackle these gingerbread guys?
We had all done invisibility stuff, if I remember correctly.
uh, I think so.
I
Yeah,
think that was the conversation we were having. We were doing
we
a
were
little
talking.
strategizing.
Yeah, we were still strategizing. We hadn't cast anything yet because Brecken still has. Yeah, she still has all three of her spell points for casting invisibility.
So I have a way to fight them, and you guys have a way to get across them. Because I can use my ability to freeze a 30-foot area of ground. If they're running, obviously they're not going to be able to run as fast on ice. So if we want to fight them, I can make an ice area where they have to fight us on. If we want to sneak past them, then invisibility is the way.
You could also have Brecken turn Avril into like a bird or something.
No, it's Una who does that now. Brecken can't do it anymore. Brecken lost that the ability to polymorph anyone when she died.
Oh, I thought she just lost the ability to do the special ones. Okay.
Yeah, no. She because that was one of her special things is once a day she can cast polymorph on someone. Now she can't do that. Una's the one who does that. But Brecken can cast invisibility on two creatures because she does now have spell slots in 3rd level.
Yeah, so Brecken can do invisibility on 2.
Yeah.
So she can do invisibility on you and me. Blackwell is currently in his ability to switch between planes, so he's good. And Runner has the ring, or Zix has the ring, and then Brecken can just be in your pocket while you're invisible.
Yep.
I may be wrong, but I think Blackwell came out of the ethereal realm to try to get a look at what was attacking him.
He has it for 4 hours though, so he still has it for 2 hours.
I went when I got attacked. I went invisible, and they were still able to get me. So then I went ethereal, and then I came out when I met back up with them and told them everything, and then I'd go back into it.
Yeah, because you had stealth row when you were
so
invisible.
you can go in and out as you wish, basically.
Yeah, he has a certain time limit where he can switch back and forth between planes.
Yeah. But I also take damage every time I go in and out.
Okay, perfect. That works then. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Blackwell could go Both aerial. So that leaves Avril?
It would just be Brecken, because if Brecken casts invisibility on me and Una, and then puts herself in Una's pocket,
Yep.
and Blackwell can switch planes, and Zix can just use his ring.
Right. Okay.
Well, now Brecken hides in Una's wolfskin cloak.
I mean, we kind of found out that the invisibility won't work, right? Isn't that what Blackwell
I was about to
does?
say, like, did it just not work on you, Blackwell, or? Because I don't remember that part. Like, did invisibility just not work, or did you just fail a stealth roll? Okay, so you were still invisible. They were still getting disadvantaged, but
he got a
you
nat one
just
on the stealth roll.
stepped on a stick or something.
Yeah, I'm not very stealthy.
Yeah.
I believe it was a nat one.
Yeah, it was a nat one because that was a disadvantage. I just looked at the list.
Okay.
3 and a 4.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
I'm a lot sneakier than Blackwell.
I am a little sneakier than Blackwell.
Everyone's like, "How are you not sneaky?" I'm like, "I'm wearing a very heavy coat."
You're
Sorry,
also
not
a very
sneaky. I
tall
can
guy.
switch between planes of existence. Sneaking is not a problem for me.
I spent a lot of time in a lab.
Yeah, because
I shouldn't have investigated that flower.
All right, so that pretty much covers.
I will
everybody.
also cast non-detection on everybody.
I thought you did that already when I woke up.
I did that, but I just want to recast it again because
Right.
we forgot about it last session completely, which was one of the only reasons why somebody was seen. And I realized that after they were seen, that it was through a scrying technique, and I was like, that shouldn't have happened. But I forgot about it, so that's on me. So I'm stating again, non-detection is cast on everybody.
Gotcha.
It's bad nobody has Pass Without a Trace on these characters.
Right? The ones we actually need them on, terrible at stealthing. We're all so bad at stealth, and none of us have Pass Without Trace.
Look, I can't have Haley be here right now, okay?
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and
she's
go
having
with
kittens.
I'm going to activate my ring and then try to step into the side of the trail where the trees are and try to stick more in the shadows. Take advantage of my cloak.
Okay.
I'm going to try and stay central on everybody. I'm going to have my bottle of my decanter of endless water out, and I'm prepping to freeze a 30-foot area of ground if we get seen out.
All right. Brecken has
Okay.
cast invisibility on Avril and Una. She's doing it from actually sitting inside of Una's pocket when she does it. So she immediately turns invisible with Una and then just goes flip.
Don't mind me, I have to put my hand in your pocket for a second.
What the fuck? Why are you putting your hand in my pocket? What?
And then I just disappear.
Oh.
All right. So in that case, what
right,
I'm
because
gonna
it's a
have.
touch ability.
So Blackwell, you're pretty much golden to get through. Zix, you said you're heading out to the outside of the woods to use your cloak and try to maintain that.
Yeah, I'm going to basically just be like right off the trail, just like, to the side of the trail, basically, where it meets the woods.
I got you. So I'm going to have you go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage. Avril and Una, you guys are basically just invisible, right? With Brecken, of course, in the club.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you two roll.
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna have you guys roll a stealth check as just a straight roll, unless
Okay.
you have something that gives you advantage.
Nope.
Yay! I rolled not bad.
That's a sleight of hand. Is that your same as your stealth modifier?
It's the same.
Okay, perfect.
Dirty 20 for Una.
Hey, look, you guys. We're doing so good.
Oh my god, look at us go.
Okay.
Ooh, do I have to roll a stealth roll for Brecken if she's in my pocket?
No, she's just staying very still and keeping very quiet.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary in this case.
Okay,
But,
okay.
um,
An
all right,
opportunity
yes.
of achoo.
So hopefully
So,
it's not the pocket with your pocket sand.
so with that, I'm
She's
gonna
used to the
have you
pocket.
guys. I'll just tell you guys. You guys do make it through. As you get about towards the middle area, you can see some uh little figures rushing. They're kind of a blur, but they rush back and forth between the trees. Um, obviously, you guys know what these are. These are the ginger brutes that were attacking Blackwell beforehand, but
Shits.
they're quite fast. But however, you guys make it up to the cottage.
So disconcerting. Guys, this place freaks me out. I don't like the look of it.
It looks delicious.
Looks easily breakable.
Mhm.
Looks unnatural.
So yeah, how do you guys approach going inside of this place?
Door, kick!
If I recall correctly, there was really only one entrance and just a couple of windows on the side. So, knowing I already told everybody that, I'm just going to start walking through the door without leaving the ethereal realm.
Okay.
Door, kick!
Oh, we don't know that he's doing that because he's in the ethereal.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm sure he
So
would
it's
have
just
told us
us.
where the door was.
Invisible.
Yeah, I'm just kind of expecting you guys to do it at this point because you're also invisible, so I can't see you. You can't see me. We're all on the same page.
Yeah, Avril just walks up to the door, breaks invisibility by just kicking the door in.
Beautiful. Okay.
As invisible as Una is right now, she just kind of rolls her eyes like, "Oh God."
Come on, Candy Lady. We're ready to fight you.
Oh, Avril, you look like you're by yourself right now.
Perfect! And he just walks in.
God damn it.
Looks like Willy
We don't know
Wonka
what kind of
was a
powers
snake.
this witch may have.
Not anywhere near as powerful as Avril is. Ha ha!
What
He
if
just
she could
walks
look you
in,
your
just
eyes and turn you
flexing.
into some candy?
He's just flexing and like fucking.
What if you make eye contact with her and you turn into a piece of candy? Have you thought of that? We have no clue how her powers work.
I will fight with my eyes closed. He just walks into a wall.
Walks into a giant ice cream cone.
I'm imagining the meme where the little bird, is like angry that someone keeps putting a cracker in its face, and then it attacks the cracker by biting it, and then it likes the cracker. I'm imagining that with Avril right now.
All right. So, yeah. So as you kind of could see before Blackwell, that this is basically just it looks like a one entrance and a couple of windows that leads into one main room. It's a cottage. It's not very big. But as you enter through the front door in the ethereal realm, and soon after, Avril, you kick the door in, announcing your presence to the world. You quickly realize that some weird magical effect is concealing the true size of this room. It's quite a bit bigger. There's this massive room. It's all just one room, like you kind of figured, but it's one massive room before you, full of sweet treats, large like donuts and cakes and ice cream cones, all litter the floor. Uh, yeah, you see this
It's bigger on the
massive.
inside.
Yeah.
Avril fully announces himself, kicks the door in. I am Avril, here to defeat you.
Uh,
Do we all sense that, or just the Magic and Tune ones, or what?
I'd say pretty much everyone can decipher that some weird magical effect has made it look bigger on the inside than it does on the outside. Definitely not a natural thing. With Avril announcing your
Here we go.
presence, you guys are not surprised, but I'm gonna have you guys go ahead and all roll initiative for me, please.
Ah.
That checks out. Yeah, that checks out.
Mm-hmm.
I was sneaky as long as I could be.
Oh, Una!
Do we use all our good rolls?
Una rolled a 3.
Dang.
Avril's fucking ready to roll, baby.
God! Save them 20s for when we're actually, like, in combat.
Hey, it was a 16. I will save my 20s for combat. Don't you worry.
Okay. Now then, since Blackwell is ethereal, I don't think that this will apply necessarily to Blackwell. However, the other ones, Una, Avril, and Zix, since Brecken is in your pocket, I'm not going to count her, but
Mhm.
Una, Avril, Zix, you guys can go ahead and roll me a perception check as you hear some noises in the distance.
I'll take my passive 16.
16, okay.
Nat 20!
Ooh.
Yeah.
good. Okay.
That's a 22.
So you guys hear some squishing up in the distance, and Avril, you're just ready to rock. You're going in there to kill some shit, and Una and Zix, you guys kind of take a step back and realize that you hear the sound of squishing coming from your right side, and you look atop this massive cake in the southeast corner of the room, and you can see just at the top, getting over the last layer of the cake, you see this old lady climbing atop it.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh. Good thing she can't hear me.
So I don't see it.
Avril, you do not currently see it. However, Blackwell and Avril, it is currently your guys' turn, so I'll let you do what you guys will do.
Oh shoot, I didn't. Did I roll my hit dice
So
from the short rest?
let's see here.
If you didn't, you can go ahead since combat hasn't started.
I just want to make sure. Yeah, no, I didn't roll it. Oh crap.
So Avril is not stupid, but he's also not smart. Does any of these candies
Oh, yeah,
look like
that's
the
fair.
ones that transformed into monsters when me and Zix fought them?
Some of them do, but they're quite a bit larger. If they do turn into monsters, that could spell bad news. Potentially.
I want to punch the nearest one.
Okay. I will say with your passive perception, Avril, you can see a boiling cauldron just past this large ice cream cone in the upper portion of the room.
Communication's a free action, right?
Never mind, I'm going for that cauldron.
Yes, it is, Zix.
As soon as I see the old lady on the top of the cake, Avril's just 10 feet away. I'll lower my voice and look atop the cake. To your right.
Now do I see it?
Yes. So since Zix goes before the creature, I will allow it. Yeah.
So, new course of action.
Okay.
There seems to be a donut stair that leads to the first layer of that cake.
Yeah.
Never tried donut stairs before, but you know what they say: try everything once.
Like you can die only
Except
once.
cyanide.
I'm gonna say the amount of distance from the floor to that first layer is 10 feet. So
Oof, okay.
just
Those are
account
giant
for
donut
that.
stairs.
Yeah.
I
They're
would,
about 5 feet tall each.
yeah, I'm on top of some donuts.
Okay, so
Um,
5, 10,
and let's see, that was full
15,
dash.
20.
I'm going to actually. I'm not gonna full dash.
So she's like 40 feet in the air right now on top of her cake,
Uh,
if I'm doing my math right.
she is about 20 feet in the air because
Okay.
each donut's actually about 2.5 feet,
Okay.
roughly. So,
Okay, so I'm going to unstopper my bottle. It's going to shoot out a 30-foot geyser of water because I'm going to full power. And then I'm going to use my ability to control water, and I'm basically making a bridge from me to her of ice, just in a straight line.
okay, that's your
Oh,
And
action.
I'll be like, yeah, that's going to be my action because now my next dash should take me directly to her. So, and I'm going to be like, I'm coming. And then just freeze this ice water, this like waterway of ice, just like a direct bridge up to her.
Okay, I do have a question. Your decanter of endless water, does that activate with an action?
It's an object interaction, but we've been playing it like I can unstopper it and then use my ability at the same time.
Okay.
yeah, Avril's not
It's like
invisible. The rest of us are.
we've done it that way for the last like 4 or 5 times that I've done it.
Yeah, I know. I was just double checking, thinking about it now, but
Because like I explained it to where like my decanter is always like on my hip to where I just have to take the top off of it, and then I
For
use
sure.
that to control water.
Basically, like how Katara in Last Airbender bends water out of her.
For sure. Okay.
I mean, if you want to change it to rule it like more how in-game rules are supposed to go, that's fine. I'll just do the actual water out this turn, and then I can do another thing with it next turn. But we've been doing it where I can unstopper it and control it at the same turn.
Right. I think does your freezing ability also specify an action?
Yeah, they're both actions.
Okay. So I know I've
This is
been
object interaction, and then my freezing ability is one of my actions.
ruling it that way. They've mostly been situations where you're kind of like in say a race or something. So I'm just letting the creativity flow, but I am gonna say move forward. Probably go ahead and make that 2 different actions just to be fair.
All right. Then yeah, I would just action surge and complete it.
Okay. Yeah, that totally works. All right. Yeah. So you make this bridge directly from you to the top of the cake. You do still have movement left.
Now I've moved 30, so I
30.
can't do it without dashing.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and draw that on. We'll just call it that.
Good enough. That was
Okay.
it. It looks like a crudely made like fucking like bridge. It's just got the stilts going down, and it's got like it's still even got the dips of like a normal like wood paddle bridge. Like
I feel like you gotta sing "Let It Go" as you're running up. Okay. So that is Avril's turn then. Blackwell and Zix, you guys are also up to go as well.
What you doing,
Six,
Blackwell?
you go. Go, Zix.
No, does he need a minute?
Yeah, he needs a minute.
Okay. Well, so we decided the bridge is there.
Yeah, let me make that bridge a little bit better for the ease of
I'm not
measurement.
getting-
And stream.
I am just thinking to myself that like, so we're not gonna talk to the lady. We're just gonna like run up and start punching right away.
That's just what
Apparently.
Admiral does.
Hey, I got the first move. What did you think was going to happen?
Better
Well,
safe
you
than
know,
sorry.
a chivalrous guy and a good guy and everything. I thought you would have, tried to find out if this was a bad witch or a good witch before you started throwing hands.
Well, he's already come up with the decision that this is a bad witch due to the fact that a large number of the people in this area have gone missing, and we got attacked immediately coming into this area.
Sound reasoning, yeah, but at the same time,
Una's like making a mental note of like, you know how Avril seems to judge people just like you judge goblins.
Zix, Zix is dashing right up the bridge. He is not chivalrous, and the element of surprise is amazing, and better safe than sorry. So you guys have known me for a while.
All right,
That's what I do.
Okay, is that as far as you can get up there?
Yeah, that's my double movement. So I'm doing 60, just straight at it.
Okay.
Still not dropping the invisibility. So yeah, but at the moment I'm running. I'm not moving at half speed for stealth. So
I would say that I'm being loud and accusing her of being an evil witch, so it is on her to try and refute that.
Do you want me to do a stealth check to see if I'm running
Um,
properly?
You can go ahead and roll a stealth check. I will give you advantage since you're running on ice. I will say though that she doesn't seem to be. She seems to be primarily focused on Avril, as that's the only person she can see right now.
Okay.
24. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Okay. And yeah, that'll be my turn. I got nothing with my bonus action.
All right, Blackwell. Did you decide what you wanted to do for your turn?
I lost connection there. What happened?
Okay, so what's happened so far? Avril stormed in, which you may have heard, but you probably didn't see. But Avril moved up, made a bridge of ice directly from the floor to the cake, which I don't know if you could see that either, being in the ethereal realm. Maybe actually, I think you may be able to see that. But Zix has just ran up partially onto that bridge. Yeah, and then it's your turn before the creature goes.
Okay. I want to flank the witch.
Okay, how you gonna do
So
that?
go around the pile of donuts or cake she's standing on. That's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
Using it.
So
Need
come up
dimension
from
dooring
back
or something?
here.
I can't actually see the map. Dottie, can you move my character?
You gonna dimension door or something? It's a pretty good distance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
What's
wasn't
your
expecting.
goal?
I wasn't expecting to go the whole way. It's just starting to walk over there.
Are you
Right
able to
dash.
see on Discord? I was gonna share my screen.
Are you dashing?
Hold on. Yeah.
Sorry if everyone can hear me giving my cat some food. He just walked in and meowed at me.
Is that working for you, Dom, right there?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stay ethereal, so no actions or bonus actions right now.
Okay. All right. So that is going to bring us to its turn.
Oh god, the witch rolled better than Una. Ah.
Uh, all right. So only
Apple's just
currently.
gonna be like, "Don't melt my bridge."
Okay. So only seeing Avril currently. He's gonna cast a spell if you are within 90 feet of her, which I believe you probably are. Range. So she is going to cast a spell at you, Avril. Oh wait, it is 30 feet.
Because you're forgetting the donuts are about 2 to 5 feet. Oh, she got on the bridge.
Oh no, on the bridge. Uno reverse, Uno reverse.
Don't worry, I got a counter spell when we need it.
She's drawn 2 on my draw 2.
Perfect. Okay, she's within range. So what I'm going to need from you, my friend, is a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's what I was hoping you were gonna say. And it's a spell, so I get advantage.
You know,
25.
you are able to succeed on the effect. I believe. Let me double check. Oh yeah, okay. My
I said
character.
25 should succeed. What the fuck?
Yeah, it does. When I set this up, I messed up the math with the spell save DC. I have a different one written down on here than it's rolling, but yeah, you're still good. Um, okay, so I don't think that's half damage. Uh, half as much on a successful one. So what she does is lash out her hand, and you see this green and black necromantic energy wash over you as you feel your vitality start to drain, but you're able to stop the brunt of it, taking 15 necrotic damage from a blight spell.
Ooh.
Her door. Yeah, I go, you are evil!
Oh, gulps.
Okay. And she says, she calls out to you, Avril. She says, you know, honey, I could have just gave you some sweet treats, but you had to burst into my home.
Is that what you did to the creatures outside?
Creatures, they're works of art. How dare you disrespect my art?
How dare you disrespect life? Yours will be mine.
Oh man, hopefully this isn't some old lady with an Etsy page.
She begins to grunt as Una, it is your turn.
Okay. Damn, because it's an action to do this. Because I want to stay invisible as long as possible. Oh, I didn't reset that. Okay. It's like, did I use a bag of tricks earlier? And no, I did not. All right. Well, let's see here. Oh, the music stopped. So like it threw me off. I can't remember. Did we rule me grabbing something out of the gray bag of tricks as a bonus action, right? Or is that an action?
I believe it may be an action. Let me take a
It
look.
doesn't say.
It doesn't say on there.
Yeah. It only says it's a to command it is an action.
Okay.
And then on its next turn it goes. Or sorry, it's a bonus action to command it.
Yeah, it says you use an action to pull a fuzzy object from the
Oh, there it
bag,
is.
so I'm
It's
gonna
an
I'm gonna
action.
say it as an action. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, bag of tricks time. Who are we gonna get?
And this still shouldn't technically break her invisibility because she's not casting a spell.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I don't think
Yeah.
it technically does. It is just this ball
That's
that
a
rolls out.
2. It's a giant rat today.
Nice.
I think I
Probably-
would notice it with my passive and knowing that she's invisible, and I'd be like, "Haha, rat friend, attack!"
Okay.
It's
Just to kind of draw more attention towards myself.
Funk. It's just like all of a sudden this giant rat appears.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll a deception for me. Avril.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Oh God.
Charisma is my casting modifier.
Nice.
He says, "How dare you bring a rat into my home?
It will eat all of your unsavory, disgusting treats, you fucking wretched woman!
2 filthy rats." She starts to run towards.
Okay,
Una.
and then Una will cast Bardic Inspiration on Zix.
Okay.
Because that is also a bonus action, so just simply Una's like smashing her foot into the ground. So she doesn't say anything.
Okay.
And then Una will move over here with Brecken in the pocket still.
All right.
And then Brecken's also gonna like pop out of the pocket and we'll do Frostbite.
Okay.
Or no, she's doing Eldritch Blast. That's what she'll do. Keep forgetting Eldritch Blast is better than Frostbite. That's a 13.
13, unfortunately, is going to miss on this creature. 15 also misses, unfortunately.
Fuck. Alright, Brecken's literally floating in my pocket now. Because she wouldn't be invisible anymore. Like, you can see her, like, out of my pocket, like, pew pew. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And then goes back into the pocket.
I'm going to see if she does notice. I'm going to have her roll a check for it. I'm going to set the DC
And she's
as...
tiny.
Yeah. What is... What's Brecken's bonus to dexterity? Or what's her dexterity score, if it tells you?
Her
Which I can take a look.
is where'd it go? 5. Or sorry, 20. She's got 20.
20. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
her modifier is 5.
Okay, so
She quick.
okay, I'm gonna set it as a DC 17 roll for her to get. She got a 20, so she does notice
She sees
something
Brecken.
going on over there. You bring more filthy rats with you, scoundrel.
Oh.
You should probably worry about me. As he's like starting to do something with the ice in his hands.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. But yeah,
is that-
that'll do it for Una. So Zix has a Bardic Inspiration.
Perfect. Okay. So Blackwell, that brings us back to you and Avril and Zix.
Okay, so what I'll be doing is I raise my hand up and all the path that was behind her falls away. And then it reconstitutes itself because I'm able to control a 30-foot square of water each turn. And I did not recap the bottle. So it is still putting out. So I form the water that has been pouring out from the side. And I make... Oh, shit. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Okay, cool. I make a 30-foot block. Like a 30-foot cube. Starting at her back, ending at me. And it's just a cube of ice with one open side, and open side is towards us. So the whole path extends out 30 feet. The behind her wall straight up 30 feet, ceiling 30 feet, walls on each side 30 feet. The only opening is directly towards me, and I start to walk up towards her.
Okay. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna try to draw this out for.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was just
No, you're
like, I have to do something impressive enough for her to be like, okay, this guy's a fucking problem.
Wait, you can't see Zix though, right?
No, I can't see Zix, but he's in front of her,
Nope.
so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, because Avril's controlling the stuff behind her.
So basically, that's what we're looking at, right? With a 30-foot high cube.
Yeah, it's just a 30-foot cube with the opening directly in front of me, and it's. I don't know about what Blackwell is doing either, but he's ethereal, so he should be okay. Yeah, I just make it to where there's a box with one open side, and that one open side is a door directly to me.
Okay, so this is essentially just becoming a hollow box, essentially.
Yeah, 100%. Like he froze a. I made a rage cage. I made a cage match. That's what it is. What it is. And then I walk into the cage.
Okay, so is that
walk
also
over to here, and yeah, that's an action. That's everything I can do. And like he's got his hammer out. He's like rolling his shoulders. He's got his shield out. He's doing a little stretching. He goes, "Let's fucking do this, bitch."
So this also is getting rid of the bridge as well. You said.
Yeah, the bridge basically just like exfoliated into now a dome match, a fucking rage cage.
Okay. So to be completely fair here, technically Zix, well, no, you're still within the 10 feet ratio, so you're still good. So both Zix and the Sweet Tooth Hag have fallen below the 10-foot threshold, so they have landed without taking damage.
I didn't change the floor. The floor they were standing on became the floor of the cage.
Okay.
So it is not like I didn't make walls up from the ground. I made the floor extend into the beginning of a cage. So we are in a cage of ice that is attached to the ground, yes, but it's still the floor that we started on. Because I had to build off of something. And so I built off of the floor that was already there. And because I can only do 30 foot per turn each time, the first one I made a 30-foot line, but I made it a solid cage. This time I used the extra parts from what she had already walked across, plus the extra water that I had left to make a full-on 30-foot cube.
Okay. So is the floor of this basically what the bridge was?
The floor is the bridge, yes.
Okay. So you guys are still currently somewhat off of the actual ground. Okay. I got you. So technically part of the bridge is still there then.
Yeah, like the middle section of the cage was originally the bridge, and then I just extended it out sideways from there and then up to finish the cage.
I got you. Okay. Just to have this drawn out. Okay. So yeah, okay. So you make the cage around Zix and the hag. Do you have anything else you can do currently, Avril?
No.
Okay.
I just start talking shit.
All right. Blackwell and Zix, you guys are also up at the same time. So.
I'll just talk about that weak ass spell she tried to use on me. Like, you gotta fucking do better than that, old ass bitch.
I want to walk into the cage next to the hag, and I'm going to cast Resilient Sphere because I've been holding on to this forever, and I want to fucking use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing that. So that's a 16 deck save.
16 deck save. Okay.
It's basically putting this motherfucker in a penalty box.
Behold, you are now in the bubble.
She got a 15.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me see what this does.
So she's in a hamster ball for a minute and she can't do shit.
Yeah, she's just completely fucked. Like,
Okay, in that case, she does have 2 legendary resistances. She is going to use one.
Oh. Knew that was coming. This is the boss battle.
yeah, I was about to say, like, there has to be something.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because I was looking to see if she could use that after she rolled, which she can. It says if they fail, then they can choose to succeed instead. So I'm gonna have her go ahead and use one of those. All right, so
All right, so it looks like I get her in the ball and then she turns into candy.
yep, she turns into a cloud of sugar and is able to get herself around it for a moment. So long enough.
I want to try and make it like seem like I tried to do that too, and be like, almost got you.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm standing next to her now, so.
Yeah, he's out with the
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, so he came out of the hero round
so,
to do that.
Yeah, I won't try and joke that one away then. I'll just be like, ah, back up!
Okay. All right. Anything else, Blackwell?
No, that was bonus action and movement.
Okay. Zix, we're up to you.
Okay, let's see. Close the distance the rest of the way. We'll roll out some attacks. We're going to see which ones hit.
20 will hit. 14 is unfortunately going to miss.
Okay, and then... Okay.
28
So,
will hit.
Zix is going to come up, sword down low to the right. He's going to slash up as he makes the connection, putting everything he's got into it. I'm going to put some smite, and then he will allow the blade's momentum to carry him around. Will kick her across wherever I could reach. She's very large, and then flounder the last attack,
All right.
or at least miss.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
I can do that. I'm going to roll out damage there.
Ooh,
Let's see if
okay.
the necrotic does anything. Let's see, where's my smite?
I made a ring. Now we have our standards in the fight.
Okay,
Yeah, so the
how about a second
necrotic
spell?
does take effect.
I'll do a second level spell slot of smite, so this will be radiant damage.
Okay.
And that is 3d8. And then my bonus action attack damage.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah, that definitely hurt. All of that. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, you slash into her a couple times, and she's feeling the burn.
I am no longer invisible.
Yep. All right. Anything else you got, Zix?
That's it. That's putting it all on the table.
You hear her scream, and she says, "Ah, you filthy scoundrels! You will all pay for that." She is going to.
You're a mean to an end.
She is going to. Let's see. Beautiful. Zix, you'll have a chance to make an opportunity attack if you should choose to.
I absolutely will choose to.
All right.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Blackwell?
I'm trying to find the. Oh yeah, Dottie was trying to pin that thing, but he can't pin stuff in Ghostfire for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, so when I'm normally doing a campaign, I pin important information like that we've had through the campaign in the channel, but I can't pin anything in your channel. So I was trying to go back through and pin like important events in the channel.
I think we're maxed out on pins. If you can, if you want to wait till like after this game, remind me and I'll go through and delete whatever's not important on there.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We'll talk about it after.
When she calls us out, calls us scoundrels, I'm going to call her Agatha and see what she says.
Ooh,
Okay.
Can we get some insight on that?
Yeah, so you say you call her Agatha, she does that. She looks confused and she's like, idiot scoundrels, it seems. She seems to not really be phased by the information.
It's like, but she's a British politician? What?
Okay. So you do hit with that, Zix, so that's a total of 22, if I'm reading that correctly.
Yes, for the attack of opportunity, 22.
All right. So it definitely hurts her, but she's going to move the other side of Blackwell. And she's going to use an ability.
She's about to jump off the ropes.
So I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from all three of you inside of the cage, right?
Make sure
Magical ability?
This is not a magical ability.
I was sitting there ready with counterspell.
Okay, with the +5, I got a 26.
Yeah. 26 is going to succeed.
18, 17, 18, and 26.
Don't forget your +5s. So that is.
Yeah, that's with the +5s. Mine's already factored in, and then Blackwell gets
yours is factored in already? Okay.
Yeah.
So you see her kind of grab her side as she's hit from the blade of Zix, and she moves around the back of Blackwell. She kind of lets out a smirk as you see her start to like swell up from the stomach a bit. It's intimidating for a second as she expels a nauseating sugary mist in a cone targeting you guys. So a failure gives you full damage, success gives you half damage. So the total amount of damage here is substantial. She rolled really good.
Oh no.
Shit.
So it's gonna be 59 bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
Ooh.
You ain't kidding.
There's more.
And me and Blackwell take the full amount? What was the save on that?
So the save DC was 18. So unfortunately, Zix and Blackwell, you guys both failed the saving throw.
Oh, Blackwell gets it. He meets it.
Wow, you had a +5. Oh yeah, your aura. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, anybody that's within 10 feet.
Blackwell
So, yeah,
does save.
Okay, so I'll take the full amount and they take half. And that was 59?
59 bludgeoning damage, yeah. So halved would be
still going.
24.
Okay.
I'm going to use my reaction to give resistance.
Okay. To the bludgeoning? Or does it just do resistance to everything?
It's resistance to one attack.
Okay, perfect. So this will be also double halved, I guess. So additionally, all of you will take some poison damage. She rolled 33, so that's gonna be.
I'm down. She dragon blasts me to the ground. Way to get back.
Yeah. So 16 for a half, and that'll be 8 for a double half.
I'm halfway through. I'll have your soul.
That hurt.
Yeah.
This just made Zix hungrier for his soul.
That hurt a considerable.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm at 0, so that's I collapse.
So Zix goes down. That is all she can do on this turn. She did get some good damage in before you went down. Admiral work there.
Yeah.
But Una, it is your play. You hear a almost like a belch sound from inside, and some screams for a moment.
What the fuck is going on in there? She says that mentally, not physically.
I feel like Avril's mad for the first time in a long time.
For
Una,
sure.
Una can see inside to the cage, right? Or is it just a solid wall of ice around them?
It's
right
a
now?
solid wall of ice, but from your angle, there is a large hole which I walked through.
Fuck. Okay.
It's the cage keeping her from going other places other than towards us.
Yeah.
So that wall that's facing you is pretty much all open.
Well, that kind of ruins part of my plan. I was gonna have Brecken turn into a giant eagle and grab the woman and hold her in the air, and I just fireball her ass.
No, she's in a 30-foot cube.
That's not gonna happen, obviously. So, all right. Well, Una needs to move because she can't. She didn't see Zeke's go down yet.
No, you would have, because I said the wall that's facing you is.
The wall. Yeah. Well. Oh yeah, Zeke's is in. Yeah, but Una's not leveled with the wall itself. The hole. She wasn't at the hole. She was.
Oh, you were still below the level of the cage.
Yeah.
itself.
Now Una would be in view of it, and then she would see Zeke's down. Okay. Well, if Una sees Zeke's go down, then she is going to use Healing Word at 5th level.
Ooh, okay.
On Zeke's.
Big gun.
So prone, but you are breathing once again, Zix.
Oh, dude, there was a lot of ones in that. I'm sorry.
Soul. Ow.
God damn it.
Zinx, you dumbass! Get out of there! Also, you had an inspiration from me. I'm surprised you didn't use it.
Oh, did I? I should have used it.
I
I only
inspired
needed
you
1
last
point,
turn.
too. It would have been guaranteed success.
Yeah.
That's my bad. I'll
It's
save for
okay.
next time, I guess.
Yeah.
Should have
Well-
definitely mentioned that way earlier, but
I completely forgot. I was doing streamy stuff off to the side here, so I was like half paying attention.
I will say, Zix, you got her down to exactly the bloodied condition with your attacks.
All right. And then Una's going to, because that was a bonus action, so she's got her cantrip, and she's like, you see Una visibly pissed off. Her hair is going crazy because she saw Zix go down, and she'll yell for Zix to duck. Or wait, no, Zix is already prone still, so that doesn't matter. She's going to then use a cantrip. Could I use meta magic after using a bonus action?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh wait, I can't twin spell the same target. Damn it. Okay, screw it. She's still gonna torch this bitch with firebolt.
Roll it up. Yeah.
Oh, natural 19!
There we go.
Yeah, that's gonna
a
hit.
28
We'll hit.
with a total of 15 fire damage.
15 points of fire damage. She takes the full damage, and she is definitely hurting.
Okay. Well, since no one's invisible anymore, Brecken drops that and will do Hex on her.
Okay.
And that will be, the ability would be brain. That I didn't mean to click frostbite. I wanted to check what frostbite was. Constitution.
Constitution save of 13.
Mm-hmm. And then Brecken will throw a frostbite at her, which she has to do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Or she takes 1d6 cold damage.
So you gave her disadvantage on Constitution and then cast. Okay.
Then cast
so she gets
because it's a bonus
She gets
action.
a 6 on her Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, because it's a DC 13. So she takes 7 points of cold damage, and then because of Hex, she also gets 1d6 necrotic damage.
Ooh, okay. So you can see that she seems to not be as affected by the cold as other attacks have been, but she does take the full necrotic. So
Good. And then Brecken's gonna fly out of Una's pocket and go up 30 feet.
okay,
Like she's getting out of the way.
okay,
So she'll move over and up.
all right.
And
Anything else?
that would be all from Una because the rat's just gonna start eating cookies.
All right.
Una didn't give it a command, so it's gonna do what it naturally does. So it's just gonna start eating the food.
Yep, that makes sense. Blackwell, we
Una's
return to
chaos.
your turn. And Apple.
I would say Blackwell move, and you would see Avril is mad.
I would like to ask about the other hags, because that's why we're here.
I mean,
Yes, we're looking into the disappearances of the people, which we should probably ask about before we actually kill her. But at the same time, we are here to ask her about the other witches.
water is slowly starting to like dropletize in between me and her. You have a couple seconds before this bitch is about to be a splat.
Well, I mean, each of our turns is 5 seconds, so that works.
Yeah, I was just like, you got a couple. I'll let you talk first, but if you don't finish talking before his attack finishes coalescing, she's about to be a splatter.
You guys share initiative. Makes sense.
Yeah. So you said you asked her about what exactly did you say, Blackwell? I apologize.
Ask her about the other witches. Probably mainly Agatha.
Okay. She says there are no other witches here. This is my village. I am the sole resident. I have ate everyone else or turned them into monsters.
Well, that is a very clear cut and dry. Avril, you are clear to kill her.
Good to know. And he like clenches his fist, and he's using a full leveled water whip, and basically water whip normally pulls him towards me. And so this one I want to flavor it as the wall behind her dissolves into like a fist of water and just punches her towards me, and then my second attack is going to be a hammer attack to the face.
Okay.
So water whip is going to be the first one. We'll see how that plays out. 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
And I need a dex save.
She's going to use a legendary resistance on the dex save. That is her final legendary resistance.
Well, she still takes an extra 68 of damage.
That's fine.
Let's see here. That's going to be the warhammer. So that would be just the regular ones. It'd be unarmed and that. So.
$26. Okay. Also get your. Yep. Okay. So 32.
So now the wall's open behind her, and he like closes his fist, and she sees that she doesn't move. He goes, "Okay," and just walks up to her and just pounds her in the face with his hammer as hard as he can.
Okay.
This is one way or the other. This is how it happens. Bow.
I forgot to have some damage happen to Zix, unfortunately. But so I forgot this ability. Whenever you hit her with a melee attack, it's supposed to make a Constitution saving throw. But since I did not do that on,
unless it was going to do an additional like 60 damage, then it wouldn't have mattered because I went down that round.
it was 1d12 each time you fail. So.
Oh.
Yeah, so it would have been 2d12. There's no way that could have.
Yeah, it couldn't have done enough to kill him straight off.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was still gone down, same result.
Apologies for forgetting that.
And then Una would have got him
It's
back
good
up.
to know that I'm aware of that effect, though, for when
Yeah.
I go again.
Yeah, I thought I might say that before you attacked.
Oh, like it's gonna change anything that he's
Yeah, I did.
doing.
I didn't think so.
Six, don't forget your D6.
Yeah, 15. Unfortunately, does not hit unless you want to use your bardic. Or wait, Zix has the bardic. Sorry, Zix has the bardic.
I don't think I have anything to do to switch that.
19 is what you're looking for.
If I'm proficient in melee attacks, I could do Kinker Recall and get an advantage on that, but
I think that might specify for ability checks only.
it is ability checks only. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if you want to rule it that way, but yeah, I don't think I do have anything. Bonus action will be. All right. So how mad is he? He's very mad.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, he's gonna hit again.
Okay.
He's like, I could heal myself, or I could just fucking smash this bitch's face in. He thinks he's gonna smash this bitch's face in.
If it pays off, go ahead and roll it up.
Nat 1, baby.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll
Wait,
me
what?
a d20, please.
Oh man.
Wow, that's insane. Because he did so much damage on accident, basically.
You swing your hammer twice. The second one, she's able to grab the tip of it, and using her strength that she has, is able to fling it out of your hands down to the floor of this cube.
Oh, no.
She is able to disarm you.
He like looks at the hammer and then like closes his hand again, and as he does, the spear appears, and the spear is now just in his hand. He goes, no problem.
Okay. All right, yes.
You will still die.
That's did you have anything else you can do?
No, that's everything.
All right.
That was even my free action.
Blackwell, we still have your turn as well.
I am debating healing Zix or trying to attack. We're gonna heal Zix.
Okay, probably a safe bet. All right, 11 points of healing.
This is helping.
And then Surge.
Okay. See if you explode. See what happens.
Oh, fuck.
I really hope my last Surge isn't the explosion.
Please don't be the explosion. Please don't be the explosion.
I think we're looking for 5 for an explosion, if I remember correctly.
5 is the explosion. I got 1.
1.
So my spear turned into a knife.
Oh. Oh no. Probably the worst thing that could happen right now, maybe. All right. We do have. If that's all for you, Blackwell, we do have Zix next in the order before she goes.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to channel Gideon's invulnerability.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
which, to paraphrase, when I use a spell slot to do my divine strike, my smite, I get that instead of dealing radiant damage, I get that in temporary hit points.
Yeah, beautiful.
So let's see if I can mitigate some of the damage he's doing. So I'll use my bonus action for that, and then we'll see what happens.
Let's do it.
This first one I'm gonna put a second level spell slot into.
Okay. And you get the temporary for just the radiant or the damage
just
from the smite.
the smite damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
23 does hit. I'm gonna have you make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Well, do I get to? Does the damage affect her like first and all that? Because will I get my temporary health points before she does her deal back?
Yeah, I'm thinking of it all resolving at one time. So we'll subtract the temporary from
Okay.
what you get. So
There's the con save.
that does succeed. So you don't take the damage.
There's the damage for that.
17.
3d8. I get 17 temporary hit.
Yeah, you get the full 17 on this one. What does it look like as you lay the final blow into the hag?
Oh, I rise up from the ground where I got completely thrashed by her breathing this sickly sweet smell in my face. And I just stream into her face and then cut her head off.
Hell yeah.
Soul!
You see her start to gurgle up another one before her head starts to slide off her body and plummets into the chocolate donut below her.
I'll hold the blade over her body to absorb her soul.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. You see this disgusting, like sugary, like black, like caramel-like substance start to seep into the blade, and it feels quenched, but it's dirty. It's a little dirty.
Ooh.
Question: were there other
Oh,
souls?
that's a bad fix.
What was that, Blackwell?
Was there other souls in there?
That was the only one, just hers.
Okay.
And then I sit down because I'm exhausted and very, very messed up.
For sure, yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I hope that was one of them.
I
It was
think
not.
Avril's going to start to look around to see if there's any other dangers while everybody else does their thing. Because he's never been
So I'm
much about
assuming
treasure.
the ones that we're looking for are actually much more powerful.
So you're
Um,
looking for dangers, you said, Avril?
Make sure you check
Yeah,
your pocket.
yeah. I'm just trying to make sure that we're actually all good here.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception where you can take your passive up to you.
Okay, just from a mechanical perspective, just in case something else happens, I'm going to go ahead and, while we're at initiative, use lay on hands on myself.
For sure, yep.
I'm using all of it.
Sure. Did you say you're taking your passive, Avril, or are you gonna roll for it?
Yeah, I'll just take my passive because I'm not at my computer right now. Well, I'm at my computer, but it's not connected to everything else. So yeah, I'm outside. So I'll just take my passive. 16.
So even with your passive, you can safely see that you are not in any immediate danger. However, I probably wouldn't trust the candy.
Anything happened to my giant rat while it's nibbling on food in the...
The rat is loving it.
Oh.
Rats are known to be pretty resilient creatures.
So nothing actually bad has been happening the whole time it's
Yeah.
been eating it. Okay.
No, you just see him getting very fat and moving very slow.
Oh, look at you. You're a little fat, chubby thing. It's like she gives it a little squeeze before she, like, puts it on her shoulder. Like, okay, that's enough eating for you.
All right.
And Brecken will hop back into her normal spot on Una's shoulder, or she can choose to ride the rat.
Now you guys do see a room full of sweet treats, and you see the cauldron slowly settling down from the boil that was happening inside over in the opposite side of the room.
I'm gonna check her pockets and like just look over her, see if she's got anything on her.
She does, in fact, have some things on her. You recall what those things are here in my notes. So on her person, you find Well, on her decapitated head, you can see that she's wearing a black and orange striped hat. That looks to be um, interesting. Then also, uh, as you sliced off her head, you can see that a necklace that she was wearing, made of peanut brittle, has fallen on to the ground beside her, the rest of her body.
Oh, what made of peanut brittle?
A necklace. And shout out to Kiki for coming up with this magic item.
Ooh.
Ooh, very interesting. Blackwell. Some sort of magic candy necklace over here.
Very interesting. I will check on that after I'm done looking at this cauldron.
I don't want to touch it.
I pick it up.
Don't touch it.
No. Una literally is standing next to Avril, and as soon as he goes to touch, she backhands him. Like, you dumbass!
He picked it up with his mouth.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a backhand.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
No.
He picks it up anyways.
So you're picking up the
I
necklace?
want to also point out that it is a rage that you've only seen Una have a few times.
She's mad.
What was it that Avril was picking up? I missed it.
Picking up the necklace.
The candy necklace.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure he doesn't rip his face off.
I'll grab the. Does the hat look magical as well, or does it just look like a hat?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Oh, I am not good at that anymore.
Una's good at Arcana, you know that.
Join in.
All right.
I'm I'll point to the hat. What do you think of the? Do you think the hat's magical too?
Oh, I'll grab that
Oh
too.
shit! I rolled even worse.
Zix would look fabulous with
Oh
that.
wait! 'Cause that's an ability check. I'm using my my.
How can you cover up this great hair?
I'm using my magical guidance to reroll that.
Okay.
Sweet.
There we go. With a +6, that's a 17.
Hey.
17.
Here we
Very
go.
good. Yeah, so Una specifically would really be drawn to that. It's a pretty beautiful looking hat, just from a pure fashion standpoint. But you can see that it is. You see that the hat kind of has this aura around it. It does look probably magical.
Ooh, this might have some magic in it. We'll have Blackwell take a look at it too with the necklace. And speaking of which, Avril, you motherfucker, why did you?
What?
You kicked the fucking door in? Seriously?
Sometimes these things are cursed.
Yeah.
You literally got it off a witch.
Put that down, and she'll slap
but
it
we
out of
got
his hand.
necklace. We killed witch.
Have you learned anything from Nietzsche?
No, but he like chose that decision.
No,
I just
No.
picked this up.
He kept picking things up and getting cursed. That's how he got the armor.
Yeah.
Remember?
He
Well, see,
put
look,
on
I
the
have it in
armor.
my hand,
He
no
got
curse.
the creepy face.
He
No.
picked up a face and immediately ripped his own off. I don't think that was his
I
choice.
feel like that was his choice, though.
I've known Nietzsche since he was a small child. Never once was self-harming or anything. He didn't just like.
But he
choose
would
to
do
rip off his
anything for
face.
power.
The cursed item got to peel off his face. We know Nietzsche. He's never been like that before. He's not insane.
I may have influenced
Don't
him
mess
to get
with
more
cursed
powerful.
items.
Let's be fair.
Yeah, whose nose is this curse? This is probably just necklace.
No, it's not. Drop it,
Are
Avril.
you a scholar on magic, or are you going to listen to the experts?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about magic.
Then put
Well, then
it
you should
down.
listen to the experts.
Yeah.
Well,
Who
it's
says
just-
not to touch it, then don't touch it.
I thought believing magic is just believing whatever it says, and then if you believe that it's not that, then it's not that. Boom, fixed it. Not
Una is
cursed.
doing the Gib slap on the back of the head multiple times. Like, stop it, you dumb ass. Put it down.
Why do you keep slapping me? I don't understand.
Because you ran in here, like, balls blazing. You didn't even check to see if that was actually the witch we needed first.
Yeah, but we killed it.
You
It
get
was
mad at
still
me
bad
for
witch.
judging goblins for no apparent reason, but the
This
second
bad
the
witch, we already knew that.
It wasn't the witch we were looking for, Una.
it wasn't.
No, I asked. She did admit to killing and eating everybody, though.
She
Well,
was
she
still
said she wasn't Agatha.
Bad witch.
She said she wasn't Agatha, but she could have been one of the other ones, right? Maybe she was Hilda or
well,
Harriet.
I asked her about the other one. She said she was the only one here, and I think they said her name was. What did they say her name was in the town? I tried to find it. I couldn't.
It was like Selena or something.
You guys did hear that her name could have possibly been Sabrina Grimm.
Graham, that was it.
Like we don't even know if this was the right hag. Do you realize I just used a level 5 spell, which is very hard to do, by the way, to bring Zix back from being almost dead.
I used a level 5 spell to find my friend.
I trust you. See, perfect.
Probably could have saved that for the fight, though.
Look, I was emotionally compromised, Blackwell.
Is there even doors and stuff out of here? Or is it just one giant room full of candy and a cauldron?
Oh yeah, how does the magic on the building change now that Tag is dead?
Yeah, so you see one giant room full of candy. You do realize that the windows are still there. It's just like two windows, one on each side. They are both so large it looks like you're basically shrunken inside of what would be a normal house. Is kind of the appearance of it.
Oh, so we shrank when we came in here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like.
That's pretty cool.
Does anything crazy happen to me while I'm holding this necklace?
As far as you can tell, you have all your bits and pieces. You're feeling all right.
I did say Una tries to
Yeah, I
slap
just
it out
told
of
me
his
like,
hand.
see. Yeah, but you're trying to slap it out of Avril's hand. Oh yeah,
Just because it worked out,
that's gonna work.
Nothing
just
says
because
she
it worked
can't
out
try.
this time doesn't mean the next one won't be cursed. We're telling you a practice to adopt in the future so that you don't accidentally end up like Nietzsche.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't.
What does the inside of this cauldron look like?
The cauldron. So you see inside of the cauldron, it's just this very thick green liquid that seems to like still slightly bubble like a tar. Leaning up against the cauldron, you see a broom.
Ooh, a broom.
No.
Grab it
You say you're gonna grab it
for science.
for science. You have a broom.
Is that a broom? Is that a broom? Wait.
I found a broom. She was cooking a broom for some reason.
Is it magic?
Una,
Check everything for magic.
Hang on. I don't want to meta too much here. Would Una know the correlation between hags and broomsticks?
Well, like I was prefacing this section of the campaign, I am expecting to use for you guys to use some meta knowledge on however you might.
Well, Una would probably know it from the play work she did in Strixhaven. Is probably how I would phrase it. Like she knows a ton of stories.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, your guild is full of witches too.
Yeah, that's true. We are the witches.
True.
We got the blood witches, but they mostly work with blood magic, not really with candies. But Una's gonna rush over and start looking at the broom and seeing if it's magical.
So
All right.
yeah, I'm going to start walking back with this broom.
Okay.
Oh, a broom! Gimme!
So, as Una takes the broom, what do you do to it to try to see if it is magical?
Shoot. Cause she doesn't. I didn't take identify.
Does Brecken do anything when she grabs the broom?
Brecken, I think Brecken would probably just hold it and bring it to Una. I don't think she would pry too much with it.
Brecken's back in Una's pocket right now. Well, not her pocket,
I'm saying,
but
like,
it's
if
in that
Brecken
pocket.
sees Una take the broom, would Brecken be like, do it like this?
I don't think she would. I don't think she'd have any comment on the situation.
No, Brecken doesn't have proficiency in Arcana, but Una does. So I would
Brecken just
say
thinks you're weird.
Una would be like examining it for runes or anything on it, like doing an Arcana check on it. I'm proficient in it. Because she did pass her magical items test pretty good.
For sure. Go ahead and roll Arcana check. I'll give you advantage on this one since you are familiar with witches.
Yeah. Natural
20! Hell yeah. So you can see, now, you don't see any ruins. However, you can see that it is made of very specific material. Not that you exactly know what that material is, but usually, judging by your studies in Strixhaven and your familiarity with witches, when things are specifically selected, it probably is magical.
Ooh, this might have some magic to it. I call dibs on the broom. If it's magical.
I will say with your nat 20, you know that how these brooms kind of operate as you're thinking back to your time in Rakdos. They usually say something before they take off. It's always different.
Shoot.
Try candy.
Fly! And like, Una's gonna hold the broom and go, fly! Up and away! She'd be having more intelligence than I would, actually.
Try candy.
Yeah, Una's gonna try the name of the person, of the hag that we just killed.
Are you gonna do the full name, first name, last name?
Full name.
Full name. So you say Sabrina, and then you say Grim, and suddenly the broom starts to shake and move, and you are swept up into the air.
Woo! The flying broomstick! Mine! I call it!
Oh my god, she's even more of a witch!
So you can add a broom of flying to your inventory.
I look at the necklace and say, Sabrina Grimm! Just wait.
Also, again, I am a genius!
So as you say Sabrina Grimm to the necklace, nothing appears to happen.
Son of a bitch! I didn't think any of those things was going to happen, but he has no idea how magic works, so...
For sure.
Oh, this is going to be awesome! Bracken, look, I can fly with you now!
Zix, are you going to try to Arcana the... Oh, you already tried to Arcana the...
Yeah, I did. I don't have the ability to identify or anything. I lost all my magic. I will try to. I did absorb the soul of the witch. I'll try to take some time to meditate and see if I can contact the witch's soul within the blade.
Okay.
I can try an Arcana check, but I'm pretty sure that's a useless try.
Okay. So for that, Zix,
we didn't really plan this out. I'm just thinking role play.
Yeah, we didn't really plan it, but I think I got a mechanic in mind for it. So I'm gonna have you make a wisdom saving throw for me.
One of my specialties.
Can I help him?
I don't think you'll be able to help with that. Okay. So 24 does pass the DC. As you're kind of meditating, you start to hear all these voices in your head, and it's loud. It kind of like hurts your head for a moment as you're trying to filter through the voices inside your head before you eventually get to one voice that you are looking for. What I'm giving you is the effects of the Speak with Dead spell, specifically for the souls you've absorbed. So,
okay, hold on. Let me look at that real quick to see if I can. That's the one where you get like 3 questions and stuff, right?
I think it might be 5. I might be mixing that up with Baldur's Gate.
5 questions.
Yeah.
5 questions.
But once it's used, you cannot ever use it again.
So, like in this one instance, or he gets 5 questions until he can't use it again.
He gets 5 questions, and that is it.
Oh, it's a one.
So kind of maintaining the meditation pose that I've kind of adopted with the sitting cross-legged with the sword across my knees, without opening my eyes, aloud to Blackwell. I'll say, I found the soul of the witch. What do you want me to ask her?
Avril's over there just like bibbity bobbity boo.
I really thought about going with the D&D movie rules.
Oh, that would be ridiculous. I think that's the one I was thinking of.
Well, I don't want you to never be able to use this again in case we actually need it. Something more pressing.
Well, I can do this once with each soul, so I just won't be able to call on her soul again, is from what I understand.
Side note, I might have you go ahead and put this mechanic inside of your notes for me, Zix, so we don't forget. I'll try to copy it down.
You should make a feat for it and then add it to your character sheet.
Yeah. I can add it on D&D Beyond later if you'd like me to, just so we don't forget.
Well, I would ask her what she knows about the other hags.
Do you want to know? Do we want to see if she knows the location of any of them?
Yeah, or we have the same riddle. You can glean that and see what you want to ask her off of it.
If I can ask her 5 questions, I could use each
Abracadabra.
If we can ask her 5 questions, we could just ask her. 3 of them could be, where is X witch?
We could give her the riddle and say, which one does this relate to that you may know? Like, get smart with those questions.
Well, we have a cauldron, so we know she's one of the witches.
She is not one of the witches.
She is a witch, but not one of the witches.
Is that what she said, or?
Yes.
That's what Blackwell gleaned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he even shouted it to Blackwell. Even shouted it to Una.
Avril, since you're close to the Fae, I'll let you roll a nature check for me.
I'll say, because Fae are not notoriously well known for telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of like over there kicking the body around, just like stupid. That's all this magic stuff going on.
All the stupid magic shit. Abracadabra! Make this necklace work, bitch!
You kind of kick over her head, and then you kind of look back at the body for a minute, and you look back. This isn't a witch. This is a hag. A little different.
Okay, so
she
this
got
is
us.
now for sure a hag.
She got us.
Yeah,
She was a hag with delusions of grandeur.
But like for him, he knows one of them has a cauldron.
Yeah, but this isn't that cauldron.
But like, is witches and hags excludable in this world? Like, he's like, for us, a hag is a witch. Like, there's not like differences between hags and witches where we're from.
Are you talking about where you're playing?
Yeah, like my plane only has hags. There's no witches.
I'm gonna say
my plane either. So
I'm gonna say, as of right now, the information that you know, you haven't figured out if they are discernible on this this realm or not. However, if you can keep that in mind, if you find further information, that might change the outcome of the question. Or if I don't think you'll know any distinction so far, but typically right now I can tell you that you know that hags are like specifically fey creatures. If that helps.
Okay. I think that he would like bring up that she's a stupid hag and probably like stomp on her to be angry, and then his focus is like, well, hags lie, fays lie. She said that this cauldron has nothing to do with everything else, so I'm gonna go check out this cauldron to see if she's lying.
Okay. What are you looking at on the cauldron? Like what are you trying to kind of glean from it?
I'm gonna start stirring it and poking it and dumping it out, like looking at the bottom of it. Like he doesn't know how magic shit works. He's still saying random magic words that he's learned over the time being. So
Yeah.
like he's saying the incantation for blur at this necklace because he doesn't understand how it works. Like, he's just like, I know that I can do blur by saying this, blah blah blah.
So as you examine,
Yeah, so he's just doing random shit to like examine this folder. He has no magic base.
I'm gonna have you roll an investigation. Una, was there something you were wanting to do as well?
Una would be probably trying to tell Avril to give the necklace to Blackwell so he can identify it since he knows this magic shit.
I'm gonna release. For now, I'm gonna release her the witch's soul and come back to it later. Kind of like discovering that I have this new ability. I'll wait to initiate that, knowing that it's just kind of a one-time thing.
Okay.
Save it, just like Blackwell said. Save it for when it might be, really important.
Okay. So with the investigation check, this looks like your run-of-the-mill cauldron. You don't see anything that would stand out as particularly interesting. As you kind of stir the liquid before pouring it out, you do see like several like peppermints and other like sweet treats kind of boil to the surface for a moment before kind of like almost acidically dissolving back into the solution. As you dump it out, it kind of is like this thick tar as it runs onto the ground. But you're not able to discern anything particular from the search.
I'll be like, all right, Blackwell, Blackwell, Blackwell. It's like walking back up, be like, I don't know what's going on with this con thing, and all the magic words I said can't make this necklace do anything. I don't know what's going on. But she's for sure a hag, not a witch.
Really? Because she
I'm
has
gonna
a
look at the
broom.
necklace and- I'm gonna look at the necklace and be like, "Have you tried putting it on?" Never mind.
No.
Fix it on over his neck.
As you click it on, it smells pretty good, a little tasty, but nothing apparent happens.
Nope, nothing.
I'm going to not say anything to Avril, just kind of stare at it, casting Identify without giving him any of the wiser.
Okay.
Also, don't touch the stuff that came out of that cauldron. Looks like it'll burn the shit out of you.
No fucking duh. Leave the magic shit to the experts. If you want to, you should have did better in school. Like, come on.
Okay.
That's your guys' fault. You were my study partners.
Yeah, well, it's your fault your brain didn't keep it.
No, it has nothing to do with the woods. Not my brother.
Una just rolls her eyes like, God damn it, Avril. It's like talking to a wall.
So I'm sitting there touching the necklace around Avril's neck for a minute.
Definitely not the smartest bird in the nest.
As you're taking the opportunity in the middle of the argument to kind of examine the necklace, you are able to recognize that this is a magic item. In fact, it is called the peanut brittle necklace. It is a very rare, wondrous item, and this is what it does. It's a necklace crafted of sweet brittle candy that, when crushed as an action, casts the silence spell at second level without using a spell slot. Once used this way, the necklace is destroyed.
Oh, it's a one use.
Oh man, I love it.
I know Avril's gonna keep yelling after he activates.
It's so perfect, dude. It's the perfect item for killing mages. I need it.
Well, you're already wearing it, so yeah.
Awesome. Do you explain to me how it works?
Yeah, I'll explain to you that when you break it, you'll cast an aura of silence around you.
Oh, so what does that do? Just like how does that work?
Okay, Avril, I have the best way to explain this to you in simple words. You know how I do magic shit and I whisper sometimes? Well,
Yeah.
okay, so when you crush that, no magic is allowed. Like they lose their voice.
Oh, this is awesome. This
So
is the best thing ever. This is amazing. I will be able to kill other magic users.
No. It does not kill. It stops them from doing magic shit.
Yeah, that's the annoying part. I can do the rest.
I'm going to cast silence on Avril to see how he reacts.
He's just still yelling. There's just no sound is coming out.
Wow, it's like watching a mime. This is hilarious.
Yes. It's amazing. I get to murder them all. It's just like silence though.
Una's just watching with the biggest fucking grin on her face right now, like, oh, this is beautiful. He finally shut up.
It is this whole celebration dance and everything. He's got the whole cha-cha. He's doing like the arm swing and shit, like with the circle.
While Avril's enjoying himself, I'm going to turn to Zix and going to level Witch Zix. When we leave here, it might be a little more bloody outside, depending on if the witch's magic stays or not. Or Hag's magic, as Avril said it was.
Oh, did we get any clue as to where to go next? Or are we back where we started?
We are back where we started.
Well, I got a broom,
Okay.
so I can scout a little better now. Oh, this thing can
great.
hold, by the way, up to like 400 pounds. So, hey,
I scouted away to the lake.
What other information did we get from the town? Because I remember that there was something about a bird, which we decided wasn't really too important. And then there was one, the magic mirror. The magic mirror is our next lead.
Yeah, well, see, the bird is here where we're at.
Yeah, but what are we going to do with the bird?
But we also don't know if, we don't know if that is a sure lead or not. But it is a goose that lays golden eggs, which, as players, we know that is pretty significant in fairy tale lore.
Yeah, but that's for like giants. We're looking for witches.
Yeah, and so the magic mirror is our next step, and that is on the island.
Yeah, so the magic mirror will like tell us secrets in exchange for secrets.
Yeah, but here's the issue though with that is I don't think Avril has any secrets.
Una got a lot of them.
I don't have any I'd prefer to share.
Yeah, same.
Avril is very upfront and open about everything that he does, so I don't even think that he has like a legit like secret that he's never told anyone.
Have you told us all about the friend who died?
Okay, so he has a secret.
Like, Una and Zix would be perfect to go against the mirror because they have shit tons of secrets.
Yeah, I think that he's told you of his friend that died, but I don't think he's ever told you how.
I had 2 years of just doing secrets.
Yeah. And Una...
I work for a big lab, so I have lots of stuff that hasn't left that lab.
So much human experimentation. I have notes.
We're not cynics, damn it.
Oh, you like to say so. They're experimenting on them biologically. You guys are seeing how long you can electrocute them before their heads pop.
It's all for the greater good.
And
The great are good.
Hey, Avril, how much do you weigh?
Last time I weighed 240.
Perfect. Come here.
Okay.
Una's on her broom. Get on.
Yeah, he jumps on.
She zooms Avril around the room 30 feet.
Woo!
Hey guys, look, he's a flying kingu.
I told you I would fly one day.
And then Una flips the broom to make Avril fall off.
And he holds it with his fucking thighs of steel.
Fuck! That didn't work according to plan. And then she'll land. She'll get them back on the ground safely.
Okay.
This thing is so cool. I love this.
This thing is very cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I got a necklace. It makes silence circles, apparently. Should I break it and try it now?
No. Save that for the hag we have to kill, or the one of the witches. Because guess what? Witches, they are like hags, except much worse.
Oh, so they're more powerful than this one.
So I suppose we should get on our ship and start flying over so we can take a short rest on the ship.
Una will admit she wants to take a nap so she can get her level 5 back. I need a long sleep.
I at the very least need a short rest. I am fucked up. And also, most of my short rest fucking hit dice are also gone.
From the fucking
One shot halved my health, and that is very rare.
Mm-hmm.
So we're heading towards the lake now?
Yeah, that's probably the best bet. I am a bit concerned, though. We won't be able to stay on the boat for too long. Remember, it only lasts 8 hours.
Well, we heard about
This
this
place
rumor
isn't
from the
quite-
village, right? And the village isn't very far
Right, it's
away.
very good.
We can go and basically turn the quest into the village. And just sleep there for a day.
Well, hang on.
How about you and Una fly on the broom towards the village and tell them about it, since that's kind of your thing. And we'll go get the boat ready.
Yeah, I can do that. I can lead Blackwell back the way we came.
Yeah, and
Maybe
then I
meet
can
the,
lead
you can meet
Una
the
to
elf.
where we were going to meet up at.
Well, it'd be slow walking if we use the broom. So, because it's only 30 feet when it's more than 400 pounds. Una's a good couple hundred. I think. What did I put her weight as?
I would say...
Yeah, she's 150.
I would say, actually, thematically, with everything that Avril carries with him, that we're probably too much to carry on that broom.
400 pounds is its limit.
Avril himself is like 200 something, and he has like 9 weapons, a shield, massive armor, plus an entire plethora of other items that he carries with him.
I mean, your weight should be in your inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm outside again, so I don't really know exactly what it is, but I can guarantee you it's over 400 himself.
Okay. You know what? We'll go bird for this. Bracken! Time to become a giant eagle and fly us places. Besides, it's much faster.
I'm looking at Avril's weight right now. It looks like you're currently sitting at 106 in your equipment, 34 in your backpack, 24 in another backpack, and 1 pound in a pouch.
So I have like 3 backpacks, and they're all like maxed out on weight. And then I have like 100 something pounds on my equipment, and I myself am like 200 something pounds.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
probably
you maxed
getting
out
pretty
my
close.
broom.
Yeah.
So technically, I couldn't fly him around, but for flavor and fun, I'm sure Una would have said, "Drop your shit. Let's have some fun."
You're probably at least sitting at 365.
Yeah, so if I drop my backpacks and like left all my gear but my hammer, basically, then I would be fine. So I'd drop my extras backpack, and I'd drop my supplies backpack, and then I would
Just come in the
attach
chest and just
my
stuff those in the chest.
Yeah.
extra gear to that, and then I would give that to Blackwell or Zix, depending on which one, and then I could ride.
Yeah. Avril, why you carry so much shit? I mean, Blackwell's got that chest that has like pretty much bottomless.
But yeah, this stuff can't fit in chest. And also, how many times has what the random shit that I've had been useful?
Fair. Well, anyways, yeah, well, you know what? You and I need to have, like, a talk, and we gotta go do a thing, so let's go do the thing, and, you know what? We'll just fly on Brecken's back. She's faster this way, and the broom is just in case, you know, something happens to Brecken and we fall. You know? Backup.
Sounds good. Also, we go to talk to Potion Guy and see if he has more recipe.
Okay, yeah. Potion guy. Like, Una's side-eyes Brecken, like, yeah, that potion took a while to start working. That Una's potion is semi-permanent now, right? Or is it like has it worn off?
Yeah, it's a permanent effect. You
Okay.
you basically learned Eldraining.
Yeah.
My goal is to get Una to convince him to give me more potion recipes.
You want me to convince him? Okay, I can convince him. I'm pretty damn good at that shit. Like I like Una will then go into a lengthy explanation as they're flying back.
Just as a curiosity, who took the hat? Who's currently in possession of that?
I thought Una had the hat.
No, we
that's
agreed
right,
that
Avril picked it up.
we were gonna have Blackwell examine it.
Yeah, but Avril's carrying it because he just picked up everything.
Yeah, Avril picked it up, but Una
Took it and
noticed that
examined it, so Una
fashionable.
would technically have it. She would be holding it.
Okay.
But she would
Just
pass
curious.
it to Blackwell when she got the broom from him. Like, kind of just here, look at this, give me the broom. And, like, walk away and start looking at the broom.
Then I would have cast Identify on it by now already.
Okay. So what you have in your possession, you can add is called a Hat of Tricks and Treats. So what that does is...
Why do I feel like this is all stuff for Una?
This one is very good for Una because it gives you advantage on all of your charisma-based ability checks.
That is the
Yes.
item for Una.
Absolutely. So much more
I could have
chaos.
swore I already had advantage on charisma stuff. Hey God. Yeah, I already have advantage on deception, performance.
No, but this is
not
all
charisma.
charisma-based stats, which means your attacks are a charisma-based stat.
Well, it's ability check.
It's ability check.
Ability check. Okay, so
But
even still, then every charisma-based ability is pretty fucking good.
Ooh.
it also gives
Make
you
food
the
and water
ability.
candy.
Oh!
Yeah, basically.
Create food and water spell once per day, per long rest, without expending a spell slot. However, the food and water that you create in this way is always consistent of sweet treats. Oh, this is
Which
like
doesn't
making
Una like
table from World of
spicy food?
Warcraft.
Yeah.
Doesn't Una prefer spicy food?
Una loves spicy food.
I guess you could like all the sweet treats Una makes are like cinnamon, so they're spicy still, but they're candy.
Oh, it's
Warheads.
cinnamon candy and fireball.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Warheads.
warheads and fucking like hot tamales and shit.
Yeah.
Plates full of
Hot
atomic
Mike and Ike's,
fireball.
yeah.
100%. That's dope.
Oh, that is so
She
annoying.
creates
Does that
sour, not
require
sweet.
attunement though? I have to
It
check.
does.
You had a slot you weren't using.
No, my cloak of my wolfskin cloak required attunement. I'm full.
I can always save it. You can switch it out for something when the in the moment if
Let's
you
see,
need
what
to.
can I switch
It only
out?
takes an hour technically to switch them out.
Hang
So
on.
you don't have to wear it all the time. You can save it for like a time when you want to pull it out and use it.
Actually-
It is also very fashionable too.
Yeah, I'm looking at. Actually, I'm looking at my Cowl of Rakdos, which I still have on.
I'm gonna say you have to have an item that you can replace it with by now.
I have the Guild Signet, which I'm keeping because that has Hellish Rebuke. But let's see here.
But think about it. Hellish Rebuke, if that is that the only reason you're keeping that? How often have you
sickness?
used Hellish Rebuke and been like, man, I should have used something else?
In all fairness, I keep forgetting I have it. Because I like to
So,
save my reactions.
would you rather have advantage in all your charisma based checks or a hellish rebuke that you forget that you keep using? And I've known, like, just in the last like 4 or 5 times that you've used hellish rebuke, you've tried to use a different reaction after that.
Yeah.
Shield is just better.
Shield is
We,
just better.
Like, and
Actually,
you're gonna have silvery barbs at some point in time too.
I have
So
silvery barbs
we're
already.
Yeah, so no, hellish rebuke is trash compared to those two.
You know
Una's
what?
got plenty of time to figure it out. Like you guys can be having this conversation on the broom.
Yeah, I
and
feel like that's
Wait.
this is what me and her are talking about. Be like, he's like, oh yeah, damage, but that's fine. I do damage. You need to make them not do damage or do other things.
You know
You
what?
just-
I'm gonna take off the Cal of Rectus because I've never used its ability. Which is causing psychic damage to somebody. Because that's not from the Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, I feel like he's just gonna be sitting there talking like all the times that you've been really useful, like and you've been really helpful to him, and none of those times at all ever have involved hellish rebuke, but they've all involved your charisma. Be like, you've lowered the prices of everything, you have done all this, you've done all that. It's like your usefulness isn't damage. Like, it's, to be honest, yeah, you can do hella damage, but your specialty isn't damage. It's crazy magic that involves charisma.
And the hat is kind of stylish. I mean, come on. Look at me. I'm
I mean-
becoming a witch if you look at it.
I was like, honestly, yeah, that shit's on fleek. Like, you be looking fine as fuck, girl.
All right. So you two are you heading back to Tuinville, you said?
Yes, and I'm going to actually have Brecken be polymorphed into an eagle so we get there a little faster because the broom even with Avril's lesser weight, it's still gonna be 30 feet, and that's just gonna take too long. So we're gonna just fly over with a bird.
Okay.
With Birdie Brecken.
And the other two, you said you guys are heading to the lake, right?
Yes, I'm gonna lead Blackwell back to the police in the lake. I'm gonna try just to see if it could happen. I might detour a little bit. I don't know if he'll notice how much of a woodsman he is. I'm gonna detour a little bit to try to kind of like cross the path of the elk to see if I can make an introduction with Blackwell.
Man, I want to talk to you.
If that
You're
doesn't
with me.
happen, and then I'll just continue. I won't say anything. I'll just continue on to the.
Yeah,
lake.
so you walk your way back through to the trail you took before, roughly. No sign of the elk as you're passing through. But you guys do eventually make it to the lake about the same time as Una and Avril land in the village. We'll do the lake stuff first. So what do you guys do at the lake?
Well, should we get out the chest and have a meal while we wait for the rest? Or do we want to get the boat early and fly to meet them?
Well, they're flying. They could meet us midair.
Yeah, we could summon the ship and then just start heading toward the village. By the time we get there, they should be done. It would have taken us a while to come here through the woods compared to them flying straight there.
Yeah, and then we can do our actual rest on the boat unimpeded.
I'll pull the ship in the bottle out. I will, without even thinking about it, summon the ship and create the default ship that we made before, the dragon ship.
Alright. So, as you put the ship into the water, you see it like the tiny ship inside the bottle start to come out of the bottle, and it just kind of stays that way. But you see this blue and green glow kind of like pulsate through the water. It seems like something is causing it in this area to not function as it's supposed to.
Oh, that's interesting. Blackwell, you would like this. There's something weird about the water. It's making the spell not work, or the magic, the bottle not work. If the bottle shouldn't come out, I'm gonna go ahead and recork it.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'll recork it, put it away. I don't want anything to happen to it. Something's interfering with the magic.
I guess I'll detect magic on the water.
Okay. Yeah, so as you cast Detect Magic, it's kind of overwhelming to the senses as you can realize that being in the Fae, like magic just radiates from everywhere. You kind of can deduce. Go ahead and roll. We'll do an intelligence check, just straight intelligence. Yeah. Okay. So you're not really able to see what exactly is causing it, but you do know that this area is full of magic, and uh, any of that magic could be interfering in some way. You're just not quite sure how.
It did the thing where the dice said a different number from what it rolled.
Weird.
You could try doing like collecting some of the water and then casting Identify on it. We got time.
I think Identify only works on magic items. Does a
Fill up a
plus 5
bottle.
change anything to that?
What's that?
Would a plus 5 change anything to that from being next to 6?
Uh,
And it's only for saves.
yeah, I don't think that would anyway.
Oh, okay.
To do some math.
I have the spell Borrowed Knowledge where I could get proficiency in like Arcana or something, but I don't have any spell slots left of that level. Well, water bad. I guess we need to find some different water. I mean, I guess if it really comes to it, we could see if we can just find a clear spot and dig a nice wide hole, and then when Avril gets back, maybe he can fill it with water.
I mean, I suppose we could just head towards the exit of the forest.
I mean, there was some rivers and stuff that went through the forest. We could try to find one of those.
Well,
There's
and
also
we
almost
already
a river.
planned on meeting you back there, so you
Yeah,
guys
but
leaving
I
somewhere
would
else is
I
not
would know
great.
from a survivalist point of view that we shouldn't leave where we're at until we meet back up together. But as
Yeah,
far as
well,
discussing,
I didn't mean like without them.
but as far as discussing plans of what we could potentially do when they catch up to us, there is that bridge we crossed. That was a significant size amount of water. We could go back there and see if the water's different. Maybe it's just this lake.
I'm not sure which bridge you're talking about.
It's the one over here. I don't know if
You
you
know
can
where
see
you
me.
found the book.
Yeah, where Avril wrestled the book.
Oh, that's where we entered from?
But it was actually over here at the Face Shrine.
No. Well, either way, on the map that we've seen, there's a sizable bridge here with the river. We could go there.
Yeah, because that's heading towards the exit of the village anyway.
Past the watchtower.
We haven't visited the watchtower either.
All right. So you guys are just planning to stay there basically until they get back.
Yeah, it's a safer method. We don't have a way of easily communicating with them, and we're pretty tired from the battle. So the best bet's going to be to sit here. I'll like make camp a little distance away from the water since the water's kind of strange.
Okay.
But then I'll make a small fire and all that kind of stuff. Well, we can summon the chest and get some food out and cook and all that stuff while we're waiting.
Okay. Okay, so Avril and Una, you guys land back into the town of Tuinville. What do you guys do while you're there?
I'd say landing. I've gotten the poisoner's kit from Una. I would ask her, like, first, obviously, we need to tell them about the witch is gone and that they need to do a search party to find anyone that was turned into candy.
Yeah.
Second would be, I want more recipes for potions and now poisons. So we'll need to go talk to the alchemist.
Yeah.
And then third is probably what we're actually supposed to be here for, which he was not paying attention to, and he's going to be like, and then also why we're here for, which is
which is to I don't remember. As a player, I don't remember.
You guys were going there to tell them that the witch was dead.
Oh yeah, the witch is dead. That was probably the biggest thing.
Okay, so part of the first.
The hag of Sweet Tooth Village is dead.
The hag is dead.
Yeah, Sweet Tooth
a
Village
hag is dead.
Sweet
The
Tooth
whole
Village.
search party thing is entirely up to Avril.
Oh, Avril, there are some ingredients to make that throw-up potion or the nausea potion in the poisoner's kit. However, I accidentally deleted my backpack one day, so I don't remember exactly what those ingredients were. But Una always kept them on hand.
As a player, then you would know what they are, so could Mob send them to me separately?
I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember what they were either.
That's why I said I lost it. I'll have to go back in my old notes somewhere. I know I wrote it down, but I don't.
I would say then even like let's just. I'm not.
It was shrooms.
I'm not proficient with the poisoner's kit or anything like that. So like it makes sense to me that you've never used it. You forgot what the recipe was. So you gave it to me because I'm starting to show proficiency.
I used it
healers once. with the herbalism kit, and you're like. So, like, here's this, too, if you want to do that. So, like, I'm not proficient with Poisoner's Kit or anything, but, like, I'll try and get whatever recipes I can. So that's why I wanted to ask you to ask him for more healing-based recipes and poison-based recipes.
Well, it's going to take me an hour to get, like, set to this hat. And, by the way, since you gave me the Cowl of Rectos, you can have that back, because I ain't going to use that ever again.
So you're giving me the Caloractos?
Yeah, you originally had given it to me, now Una's giving it back.
Okay.
Like, also, so it's one less thing I have to carry around. So, goodbye, Caloractos. I've never used you, because it gives the psychic damage, thing.
Right. Just another one on the list of all the magic items I can't use.
But Una will explain, why don't you go tell them about the hag and stuff? I'm going to sit here and try to attune to this freaking witch's hat. So I can convince that alchemist to, give you more shit. Because Una couldn't, because she was concentrating on keeping Brecken polymorph, there's no way she could have attuned while they were flying.
For sure. So, well, do you set off to inform them of the death?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her to go and talk to the guy for me, the herbalism guy for me, and I'm going to go talk to whoever is important that I can actually speak to.
Yeah, I will in an hour. I gotta get this hat to work.
Yeah. Like so I'll just start doing Avril things. I'm gonna go around and try and find like whoever's in charge, and like be like, I don't know if I can talk to you properly, but I will be speaking in Sylvan, so if they can understand me, then they'll understand.
Brecken, why don't you go with him to make sure he stays out of the trouble?
I
I'll
will
be fine.
tell you that from what you kind of gathered around town, Talion, the fey creature you had talked to before in the kind of like castle area, was seemingly the one in charge.
I'll go to them, and as best as I can. Do they understand me? Can I speak with them properly?
Yeah, she spoke to you guys in common,
Mm-hmm.
or Sylvan. She spoke to you guys as Sylvan, so.
Because I would just devolve, or not devolve, but divert to Sylvan while I'm in this town. And
Okay.
yeah, I would just speak with her in Sylvan and tell her, like, we defeated the hag. She doesn't appear to be one of the witches causing the curse, but there is a high likelihood that there are people now somewhere in this forest, in this area, that have been turned into candy that are now going to be normal again. And y'all are going to have to fucking get them and bring them back home. Because we killed her, but all of Sweet Tooth Village was either murdered and eaten or turned into candy.
Okay.
I would say Brecken is
So
also with Avril, while Una's attuning to the hat. So that way, if there's a lost in translation, she can fix that.
okay. Um. So.
Yo, this cowl is dope.
Yeah. I never got the opportunity to actually freaking use it. Because I kept forgetting
It's
about
kind
it.
of like perfect for me.
It
Just
was
forcing
perfect for you.
disadvantage on shit.
Yeah. I was like, why are you giving it to me? And they were like, oh, because it's a
I
cowl of
got the
Rakdos.
belt of challenge at the same time as
Yeah.
you got the cowl. So it was like, it's really, because like right now I have my belt of challenge, which is a dope ass item. Then the spear, which I can summon out of nothingness to use, and my shield, which is the key part of my build. So I can't really use it either.
Okay.
So for the sake of time, I'm gonna kind of summarize what happens here. So she goes to speak to Talia, and it's in the same court. Lots of guards and mages of the area, uh, definitely keeping heavy guard. As you speak to Talia, and she's kind of harsh about not staying on task with what she gave you, which is the kill the three witches. As you mentioned, they don't. This one isn't one of those three, so she's kind of harsh in that regard. But she's
I would,
still
if she comes off fucking sour about us not killing the right one, I'd be like, that's your fucking fault for not telling us the right one. You said kill witches, so we started killing witches.
okay.
I would say Brecken would probably try to correct Avril.
No, he's mad. Like you're just like, oh no, you're not killing the right one. Be like, fucking tell us the right one then.
Okay.
This one had a cauldron and it was sweet stuff.
Right now, Zix.
Thank God Una's not there.
Yeah, I don't know. I get this weird butterflies in my stomach feeling all of a sudden.
Okay.
The worst guy for you to go talk to someone that is not a very like appeasing type
I
of
don't think
individual.
anybody expected you to go into the high court and start talking to people.
I'm poking.
She said, "Go figure it out." So I went like, "Okay, Queen."
I'm gonna poke the fire with a stick.
Okay, so you as you kind of respond to that, you can see like she's got these glowing golden eyes. You see like a rage starting to form within her. As Zix, as you poke the fire, you start to see that it gets very hot, like hotter than you expected.
Oof.
Like something's happening, and it
I'll
starts to
stun
kind
that.
of, yeah, it starts to kind of like poof into the air for a moment before it kind of like calms down for a minute.
I
It
feel
says,
like he's like, "I saved your people. I did this for your town, and you're still yelling at me for not killing the right witch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Tell me what the right witch is, then. Show me where they're at." we will go kill them.
Oh, she kind of responds that those weren't her people. Those were humans that lived in the Sweet Tooth village that was abandoned long ago. She's kind of like explains that she doesn't know exactly the location of the three witches. That's why she can't tell you where they are.
I was like, they were people that lived in your realm. They're your people.
So she tells you that those people have fled and sided with the humans inside of the town of Garenbrig, or Edgewall is what it's known as, in the kingdom of Garenbrig, just outside of the wilds.
He's like, I fucking wonder why.
She kind of is pretty hastily to dismiss you. Like she's kind of like, if you have nothing else, you can be dismissed. She holds herself as pretty high regard. And you see the guards start to turn towards you as they've sensed the hostility in her.
I would just say, so the queen of the realm doesn't help protect all of her people?
She, oh man.
We're about to lose a party member.
Yeah, this does not bode well.
Brecken, please do something to keep.
I'm
Avril from
sorry, guys.
dying.
This is something that he can't not like. This is very core to his whole belief is that like powerful should protect the not powerful.
Oh no, I think
and she's
totally cool.
actively ignoring the fact that these people got fucking turned into candy in her realm. And she's like, they're not my people. I was like, you're the queen. This is your fucking job.
Well, she's the queen.
I'm completely cool with it as long as you, the player, are cool with like.
Hey, whatever happens, happens.
Okay,
whatever
cool.
happens.
I think that's really all that everybody's kind of hinting.
Brecken
at. So, yeah,
is
go ahead.
with you,
This
Avril.
is epic. Keep going.
Yeah. Brecken is
Oh.
with Avril. Because Una was like, I'm fine in the town. I'll be okay by myself for an hour. But no, Brecken's with Avril.
I feel like if she's like bothering him, he's going to pick her up and be like, go back to Una and just throw her behind him.
Okay.
She's not going to like that.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that Brecken is not happy about that, and she flutters off into the town. So as you say that, Avril, you see her eyes start to glow bright once again. The guards have since drawn their weapons and are kind of like facing. They haven't made an action yet, but they're facing towards you. She lets out this. She like starts to radiate this dazzling and mollifying magic. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. As it's happening, he's going to say, and then so you'd attack someone who is non-hostile just because of your pride?
She most certainly will. So.
The vain queen of the Fae.
Ooh, that is a fail, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, for sure. As soon as I saw that number pop up, I was like, that was a fail.
There is no bardic inspiration on you.
Nope.
Though Una should have done that in hindsight. Knowing Avril with people.
Yeah, this is a pride standpoint for him.
Yeah.
Like he is a ruler. Like he is a prince. He knows how a country should be run. It's the reason he left his family because they did it wrong. And she's just basically showing all the reasons why he hates fucking royalty.
So, she deals 4 psychic damage to you as she inflicts the charmed condition upon you. You are currently incapacitated as well. While you are under this effect currently. She moves over towards you as you're kind of like staring there. Your eyes start to glow.
I use
Pink.
Indomitable.
Okay, what's that do?
I get to reroll my save and cancel a condition that is on me.
Okay. $17, unfortunately, is still not enough to beat the DC.
Almost, but I feel like she just sees like ice like form on the outside of him and then melt, and like as he tries to like stop it from happening, and he's just like, oh, oops.
Yeah, for sure. So she, as you are, or do you still get to charm or into condition, or is that just if you succeed?
That's my next level. Is if I would have been level 10 and she charmed me, I could have made her charmed instead.
Okay, so the both conditions still apply then.
Both conditions still apply. Yeah.
Okay, so as you're kind of stuck there, staring with your eyes starting to glow that brilliant gold color now, she moves towards you and she says, in a telepathic way, she enters your mind and says, "You dare challenge me in my own court, in front of my guards, making a mockery of my rule."
So I feel like in my head I would have repeated back to her, but I only challenge you to be a better queen, to be what you deserve to be, the true ruler of these people.
She says the humans abandoned us, Fae, when they chose to join in forces against us back in the War of the Elves long ago. So don't tell me who my people are.
It's petty. You believe that you're not strong enough to beat them and then to woo them? With a power such as yours? You decide instead to forsake them when you could save them just as easily.
So, she tells you that that she demands that you find the three witches that she set you on a task for. Otherwise, she will have your head, is what she basically tells you.
He would be like, I was already going to kill them. Nothing would have stopped me from that anyways.
So she just kind of responds, see to it that it is quick. And she ends the incapacitated condition from you, but you
His
are
last
still
thing he says as he turns away is, this is not for you. It's for your people. Because they deserve better. And then walks away.
Cool.
All right. Trying to see if she would be mad enough to use this.
He doesn't care at this point in time. He's so mad. Like, he's met a true ruler. Like, he's finally met a true ruler in his life. And it is Calametra. He's like, a ruler who puts herself in the way, honestly does everything she can for her people, and cares unabashedly for the well-being of her entire race and her entire world.
To be fair, you really haven't seen too much.
No, but I've seen, of the fucking 5 minutes I've seen of her versus the 5 minutes I've seen of this one, whose side do you think I'm gonna pick?
Also, you're challenging a fae who most of the time don't really give two fucks.
Yeah, no, I'm well versed in Faye. I know that she's very selfish. And just for him, it's just seeing another ruler be a ruler. And it's just so tiring.
Well, you do keep equating her as the ruler of this entire realm.
Well, she should be. She's the most powerful.
Powerful we know of so far, but Avril doesn't know that.
For him, at least where we're at, she is the queen. She is the ruler. She is the one and all. So for him, it totally makes sense to him that she should be acting as the fucking queen above all. And she's not.
Okay.
She's acting very selfishly, very self-centered, and it's all about what her fairy people do. When her realm should be this plane, and she should treat it as such. Because this is his royalty side coming out. Like, you're royalty in a plane, not just in a world. You should act like it. Like, this isn't just fairies. This isn't just people. This is your plane. It involves both. So therefore, you should be the queen that rules over both equally.
All right. So what is going to happen here? I think she's mad enough to use it. She is going to point her finger as you're walking away and cast a spell. This is a powerful spell. I'm gonna have you roll another wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Approximately how much time has elapsed since Avril's gone to talk to her?
Just enough time for me to die.
I'd say you're looking at about 45 minutes or so.
Okay, nope. She's still attuning to the goddamn hat.
All right. So that is
Sorry,
not enough,
Avril.
unfortunately. As you see, the lights basically go out for a moment. You're stunned, incapacitated on the ground, unconscious. You seem to be asleep. For a moment, you kind of feel like you wake up and you're in Alara, back at the Maelstrom. You see your woods have soiled. They're dead. They've been rotted out from the roots. It's a horrifying image for the likes of Avril.
Is the Maelstrom still there?
It's not. It's just a faint glimmer in a crater in the ground. As you stand there looking at it, you almost get a tear in your eye before you see a creature fly past you. This one here. Let me I'll put the picture over here.
Here's the thing. Avril has fully given up on Alara as his home plane.
Oh no.
This creature whisks down and grabs you. There's like a shadow that wraps around you for a moment before you find yourself in a place you've been pretty recently, back on Theros. You're in your new home. You see a war breaking out, and the little squire girl that you've come to form a relationship with is grabbed by the being and ripped into shadow.
Now I'm mad.
You see a flame alight in the beautiful groves that you've been given a house in before suddenly, Una, you hear a on the ground and the unconscious body of Avril drops next to you. You're not sure where it came from. Definitely came out of the sky, but as you were focusing on the hat, couldn't really see. But you're jolted out of your slumber, Avril, as you awaken next to Una.
Okay, what the
I
fuck?
think this is the first time Una's ever seen Avril truly angry. As his shield slides off of his arm and he grabs his axe with his offhand and starts to walk back towards the castle, just radiating fury.
Avril, what the fuck? Hey, what did you do?
She will not touch my new home.
Hey! What happened? What happened? Talk to me. What's going on?
killed her. I will kill her.
No, Avril, tell me what happened in there. I was only out here for 45 minutes. I was
She
getting
sent
the
something
test done.
to both of my homes. She burned Alara, and then she
Okay.
burned
What?
fucking.
Okay.
Well, I forgot the name of the other plane. She burned Alara, and then she burned Theros.
Okay.
She killed my friend, and she has set my home afire. I will now be burning hers to the ground.
Oh no, you will not be doing that. Okay. Oh, God, you burn her place. You're burning my potential new home.
It matters not. Why would you wish to live here?
Una points to Brecken.
Brecken?
Brecken is pissed. She's in the time that it's taken Avril to get back. Brecken has just explained to Una what had happened just a moment ago.
You pissed off the fucking leader of this place, Avril.
It is not my fault.
No,
She is
no.
terrible.
For once, it's not your place to tell someone else who rules a land what to fucking do. What gives you that goddamn right? It's like me with the goblin thing all over again.
She's doing it wrong.
No, she's doing it her way. Like how I deal with my anger.
So you wish these people to die?
No, I don't wish for anybody to die. If I could,
Then
I would
why
bring people
are you
back to life.
supporting her?
Because it's her realm, not ours. Not yours. You have yours. This is hers. She can rule it however the fuck she wants. We made a deal.
With mine. Therefore, now it gets to burn.
Can I check to see if Avril just had a vision and she just put it in his head? Because he was unconscious when he landed next to me.
Did you tell her about all this stuff happening, Avril?
I told her that I watched my world burn, and then I watched Calamitra's world burn, and that's why I'm going to burn hers down too.
And how did she show you that? How did you see that? Were you knocked out? Were you conscious?
She showed me.
She showed you. Oh my God, Avril, you dumbass. Would Una be intelligent to know that it was a dream or a vision or just a warning?
I'll have you roll let's do an insight check.
Okay. Damn, it's wisdom, but okay. 14.
14. Okay, so what Una probably knows is that it is definitely a possibility that he's been given some sort of vision or something like that, but it's also possible that that like this could be some kind of magical effect potentially. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's exactly what happened, but Una's pretty aware that that might not be the case, that actually happened.
Okay, Avril, I want you to do me a favor. Breathe. Just breathe for a second. She didn't do that. It was in your head. She was warning you. You'll listen. You know what? Just look at their goddamn head for once and just calm the fuck down. And I can't believe I'm saying that to you of all people, because you're like the calmest of the bunch. Though sometimes you rush into things very stupidly.
Una should know how banishment works, right?
Una would understand how banishment works.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Una knows how banishment works, and she knows Blackwell can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. So in the meantime, Blackwell and Ziggs, you guys have noticed that after you guys can gain the effects of a short rest if you'd like, but you realize it's been over an hour now. It's taking a lot longer than expected for these other two to show up.
And I left most of my other shit back with them too, so I only have my hammer and my axe and my shield.
Yeah.
Do you have some kind of spell or something you can cast to contact them? Maybe tell them to see what the
I mean,
holdup is?
How far are we away from Twinbell?
You're not too far. Like probably a 30-minute walk or less, maybe.
I mean, like feet wise.
Feet. Uh, definitely outside the realm of like 200 feet. Probably maybe more like 400 or 500 feet. If rough estimate.
I should be able to dimension door there, so I'll just offer to do that with Runner or Nix 6.
Oh, yeah, you guys pop into a scene as Avril is trying to push his way past Una. Like, he's just like, I don't care. Like, nah. If it's real, then it's real, and she deserves to die. If it's fake, then she deserves to die for fucking tricking me. Like, one way or the other. Like, this bitch deserves to get it.
No, Avril.
That's not.
Like, Una's trying to
That's
like
not really
grapple
having
him and get
a.
him to stop.
That's not having a clue of what's going on. I don't know if I would recommend going. I mean, I could put on my disguise. I could do another disguise, but we know I'm not welcome back in town.
I mean, you're free to disguise yourself, but if they're gone this long, they might be in trouble. So we should probably go.
If you said that, then I would go, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I'll do what I did before. I'll summon a soul from the blade, and it kind of helps me take on the aspects of what looks to be a common wood elf.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess you guys would also come across a bloody. I'm extremely hurt. Like, I have no resources. Like, he's trying to spark his power to push past her and shit, but it's just like dying in his hand.
You only took 4 damage from the lady. She didn't.
No, I took a lot of damage from the witch, though.
Yeah,
He did.
Yeah, which is why I'm thinking, like, you have not rested from fighting that witch, and you're sitting here trying to go fight a fucking Fae because you want it to be stronger than it actually is, which is already way stronger than you.
Yeah, so you come across a very mad Avril trying to push past.
What's happening here? What's going on? Says a wood elf that you guys recognize from earlier.
At this point, Una would have her fire blade out and is like holding it, like, Avril, don't you dare walk past me, kind of thing.
And he's basically just walking straight at you.
And she will actually swipe at him.
So you make a decision.
What's happening?
It would be at disadvantage because it's technically a spell attack.
Before you guys resolve your attack here, Blackwell and Zix, do you guys intervene in the situation? You can clearly see that Una's about to strike at Avril.
I mean, I'd probably try to banish Avril.
I think Zix would. I don't know. I honestly, I'd be like.
This is not a side of Avril you guys have ever seen before. You've never seen him lost to anger before.
I'd be completely indecisive, I think, right now. Like, Avril obviously looks irrationally angry right now. Something's going on that's deeply affected him. But I also know, like, Una's done some pretty shady stuff sometimes. So I don't really know who's in the right or wrong here. I'm just going to, I think at this moment, I would just be more surprised than anything.
I mean, the way I see it, Una's here in her girlfriend's realm, and she has had nothing but an all right time since she's been here. And Avril has been butting heads with higher ups, and he is the one who's pissed.
Yeah, okay. But like a week and a half ago, Una just straight up murdered somebody, like just in like a room right behind us. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Zix would have no clue. Like, I have no idea. Either one of these people are right. Like, did we show up and Una's trying to kill Avril, or like? But Avril's really mad, and I don't think Avril's mad at Una. So maybe Una's trying to stop Avril from doing something. but she might be trying to stop him from doing something good or bad. Like this, basically, I'm playing through. What
You
Zix
would
is going
notice
through with
that my weapon is not raised towards Una. I'm trying. I simply would like. I think that what you guys would have come across is like swing if you have to. I will be going to get her, and he's just
He's
walking
trying to
straight
get
at her.
through, Una.
What is happening? What is happening? What are you guys doing?
Pissed off the queen. She gave him a vision, and now he wants to kill her. He's being a dumbass.
You really want to fight the queen?
She burned my worlds.
No, she didn't.
burns.
It's in your head, you idiot.
I don't. Does she have the ability to reach across planes and burn worlds? Is she? I don't even know if she's a planeswalker.
She summoned something to my worlds.
No, she didn't. It was in your fucking head, you moron.
How do you know?
Do you want
Because
to
I
check?
know magic. I know better
I
than
feel
you.
like.
I
Do
know
you
how
want
to
to
turn
check?
people.
I feel like did you want to check? Like, for a second, goes, what?
Yeah, just take a second.
Yes, and he just hold his hand out to you.
Yeah, no. Grab his hand and banish him.
Shit.
God damn it.
Oh, back to his home plane. He'd be
Mhm.
incapacitated on Theros.
Actually, if you go to your home plane, you're not incapacitated.
I'm sure I thought
if-
anybody was incapacitated.
No, it's if you're already in your home plane, you get sent into a little confined space in a void where you're incapacitated. But if you go to your home plane, you're fine. And if I focus on it for the entire minute while you're in your home plane, you stay there.
Okay. So I pop back up on Calametra. Just playing on Theros.
No, I was gonna say you got a new home plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were 1 second grabbing Blackwell's hand, and then suddenly you're back in your new home. Everything's like you saw, like as you were coming out of the vision, like the figure was starting to take fire to the groves, but you're standing outside of your front door that you've acquired recently, and no fire has been set.
I would immediately go inward and try to contact Calametra. I don't know how it works. I'm not a religious individual, but I
Mhm.
know that she like runs this plane, and I'm trying to get in contact with her. I don't know if that's the right move, but as we've known, he has no problem with power, so he's going to try and talk to the most powerful person that he can.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll a religion check. It's gonna be a very high roll, but what's your bonus?
I got +2, baby.
+2. Okay,
8,
I don't.
19.
Damn.
I was gonna say I don't think with a +2 you'd even be able to.
Yeah, I assume it's like
do it.
25 or something like that. So here I am.
Yeah, you you don't hear anything back as of right now.
I'm going to climb on my roof and look like I'm trying to get as high up as I can so I can see the whole place.
Okay, yeah, you get up. It's not super high. Like the tree in the middle definitely towers over everything else. Uh, Everything looks, as far as you can remember, mostly the same.
And I don't see that figure floating around anywhere.
You don't.
I feel like he starts to calm down.
Okay.
But he's going to sit on his roof and keep watch for a little bit.
I'm going to focus on the spell for 59 seconds.
Okay.
Keep there as long as possible.
So in the meantime, the other 3, 4 you guys, what's going through your minds?
I'll probably since Avril seems to be busy. Una, Brecken, the lake, the water of the lake interfered with the ship, so
Oh,
we're gonna have to
great.
find another place to do the ship.
All right. Well, I can still turn Reckon into a bird again, and you guys can go find something. It's just Una shakes her hand and makes the flying blade disappear. Thank you, Blackwell. God, like
There's a couple rivers that we can try. One down past the watchtower that Blackwell expressed some interest in checking
Okay.
into.
Yeah, when Avril gets back, sure, fine. Uh, apparently Avril tried to tell the queen what to do, and shoot off my girlfriend, which I was.
I mean, you know, if Avril really wants to fight the queen, there's not much we can do.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the queen could do something.
The queen would have
It
killed
the
her.
wouldn't do very well for Avril.
The
Especially
queen will do a
Ford-
lot. Like, it was very obvious that the queen is more powerful than we are.
Yeah, well, I don't want another family member to get killed, okay?
Well, you can't protect people from themselves. If this is
No,
a
but I
battle
can
that
keep him
Avril
from doing
feels,
something stupid like Nijek did with leaving us.
Well, luckily, I think the magic mirror is in the castle of the other ruler, is it not? So they'll have a chance to see that this place isn't ruled by one person.
Yeah, well, hopefully Avril gets that idea.
I mean, I'm just saying, he's a creature with free will. We can't force him. He's not our child.
No.
I think in the middle of our conversation, Avril would come back because I'm totally focusing on not keeping him there the whole time.
For here.
Una resummons her blade the second she sees Avril. You calm down? You calm down yet?
Be like, apparently it was illusion. I am still very angry, but she does not need to die yet.
No, she doesn't need to die at all. There's more than one ruler here, you dumbass.
Then we put the other one in charge.
Oh, God, I don't want you starting
Still
a
have
war
feeling
here.
that-
Avril, this is Brecken's hometown. Her home turf, not yours. You don't get the right to tell a ruler what to fucking do.
I still have an idea that the Witcher's crown may have something to do with a ruler of some sort. Because crown, no?
Yeah, the Winter's crown.
Like
Maybe she's the other hag.
Anyway, boat doesn't work. Let's go. And I'm just gonna start walking back towards the watchtower.
I'll follow along.
Did Una get a chance to fully attune to the hat before Avril's popped in at 45 minutes?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
I'll occasionally side eye Avril to see if he's following along or if he's heading back.
Oh, by the way, Avril, if you ever want to visit there again, just give me a notice and I'll do it for you. And I can have you stay there for much longer. We have to make a trip to pick you up.
Oh, I would like that.
Honestly, I think Avril needs another timeout.
There is some things that I need to check on back there, but it appears as though everything is still okay.
See, I was telling you the truth.
Yeah, above board, the reason why I got Avril to agree to it is because his charisma is way too high for me to just beat him.
Yeah.
Especially since he has advantage on stage.
Oh, Una has max charisma.
Advantage
she could
on everything. Well, I don't know. I have a 16 on charisma and advantage on all magical saves. So he made the right decision. It was just to tell me straight up, like, I can just send you there. This is the way it's gonna go. Like, okay, I'm fine with that. It was like doing magical shit to Avril in particular is not a good idea. My entire character is built specifically to fight magic users.
Yes. There's a reason you could kick Una's ass easily.
So, yeah, so you guys are heading off to the watchtower next, you said, or past the watchtower?
Well, we're going past it, but yeah, down that path.
Do you want me to summon the eagle and we fly there? I mean, if you want, or we can walk. Honestly, I think Avril needs to take a little walk of cooling off still.
I don't think it's far. It's just down the trail.
I need a nap.
You know what? How about this? Why don't you guys go down the trail? Avril and I were supposed to talk to the herbalist, and I never got to do that because I was working on getting attuned to this hat. Which, by the way, how's it look on me? Do I look witchy?
It's very fashionable.
You look witchy.
Thank
I'd
you.
say probably a better ruler to this world than the current one.
You are just trying to die.
Okay, Avril, shut your beak. I'm gonna go do you a favor, and then you're gonna owe me big fucking time for this. She goes and walks towards the herbalist shop. Come on, you want potions? Let's go.
Okay. And he's just like, oh, potions.
Okay, so remind me again what you were wanting to ask, like, or you just want more recipes, basically?
Yeah, I want more recipes.
Una will try.
I'm trying to find recipes that I can actually use. Because right now, my recipes involve good berries for the fortifying potion, which none of us can make. And the other one is for a potion to make us speak a language, which we're probably not going to need after this. So.
Okay. All right. Let me see what he can offer.
If you have herbalist, are you an herbalist kit user? You should already, like, with proficiency in that, know how to make potions. Like healing potions.
I think
he
I know
wants
how
the
to make
bigger.
basic potions, but I'm trying to make
He's trying to make the
advanced
big
potions.
ones.
Because this one, the one that I have the potion recipe for is, I have 2 potion recipes so far. Well, one of them is incomplete. But one of them is for the learning the language of this land, and the other one is for making a fortifying potion that also heals you. Yeah.
All right. So. Let's see. Okay, so what he would be able to
And Una would definitely be using all of her her persuasion ways to convince him to, like, practically hand over almost anything and everything to teach Avril what he wants to know. She's kind of pulling the feminine wilds thing. And she's using her hat.
Okay, so the guy basically comes off like there's not really much else I can teach you unless you're willing to pay the right price.
What price?
Yeah, that was the issue, is that I was also dead broke.
Yeah.
How much? What are we talking here?
I have chunks of gold. I just don't have gold.
You have chunks of gold.
I got the 45 chunks of gold that we picked up.
Oh, that's true. You do. I have the jade dust too, which is worth like 500 a piece. And I got 5 pounds of it from when you smashed that jade statue.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That statue.
Actually, Una will pull out half a pound of jade dust. And go, how about the trade? You and I've bargained well before, and by the way, that potion worked fantastic. I can understand my girlfriend for once.
I will also put up 2 of the apples from the underworld.
Okay, so you got the 2 apples, and what was you were offering, Una?
Half a pound of jade dust.
Okay.
Una's got 5 pounds of that shit, so.
Una, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. That might be able to do it with the persuasion check.
Okay. And that's a charisma-based thing, so advantage.
Yep.
Yeah! I gotta remember this now. It's 250! Dirty 20!
Oh, nice. Looking good.
Yeah. So, he'll tell you that he's got 1 he can do for that trade.
All right.
But he says it's going to take some time to learn. But what he can teach you is how to make essentially a smoke grenade, a potion that cloud of smoke.
Hey, Avril, that's something you definitely freaking need because your
I
stealth
love that.
sucks.
Yeah, because then on top of that, my next level, or when I go into my next phase, I'll be getting Devil's Sight.
Yeah, so he says it's going to take about 4 hours to learn to do, but he can make it happen.
All right, go for it. Meanwhile, Una's gonna walk outside and she will do a message spell with long distance towards the direction that she knew Zeke and Blackwell were headed towards the lake, or not towards the lake, towards the river, and hopefully it makes it there. That would be 240 feet.
I'd say it probably still reaches.
Okay. With, hey, Avril's going to need about 4 hours to learn how to make smoke bombs. Sorry it's taking so long. Why don't you guys get the ship and just meet us outside of town? So that way I don't have to waste another spell slot to make Brecken a giant eagle and fly us where we need to go.
Did you say 4 hours?
4 hours!
That's how long. That's half the time we get to use the ship.
Okay, then wait. Every time she has
Wait
to respond.
like 3.5 hours.
She has to respond. She has to use to extend it.
How about we do this after we kill the witches?
But he can use the smoke bomb since he sucks at stealthing. Like, look at it. If he had that smoke bomb when we went into the freaking the hag's place, he could have like kicked the door, thrown that in. She wouldn't have seen him, and then he could be like, "Ah!" where he hasn't been. He needs stealth, for God's sake. Una is
I
like
also
this.
have to participate in stealth.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Una
I feel
is
like,
like this.
I feel like throwing smoke and then yelling as you run through the smoke.
Yeah.
Una's about theatrics, okay? We all know this.
Absolutely love it. Like, don't get me wrong. Avril 100% wants smoke bombs because, like, how he looks at it, not the same as Una's looking at it. She's like, he can smell the smoke, sneak through it. He's just like, smoke and fire, baby. Now just run up there. And they don't see where the punches are coming from.
Also, Una is all about theatrics, but also the reason she's very much about this is because she almost lost Zeke's in that whole attack, and she is like, okay, Avril is the cranky uncle that she wants to punch all the time because he's an asshole, but she loves him anyways. And she's like, she's on that. I need to keep the family alive, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make so after this fucking incident with the queen, because we're probably all gonna die at some point because of what he just did.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
I would like smoke bombs.
I'll let that be to everyone's decision to whether you want to wait 4 hours to do that or not.
Una is setting her ass on her broom, floating outside with Brecken, and it's like, hey, you want to go visit your mom and dad while Avril does his schooly thing?
Kind of just shrugs like in a approval, I guess.
All right. Avril will be at Brecken's parents' house later. Flies off on the broom.
So Zix and Blackwell, how are you feeling about sticking around for 4 more hours?
So how much time did they say they needed?
4 hours to learn how to make smoke bombs.
4 hours for smoke bombs? Remember the time we lit that room on fire in that Orzhov bank? That was pretty fun. That's kind of like a smoke bomb.
I don't know if 4 hours is a wise investment of time.
Well, this forest isn't exactly safe either, so I don't want to get too far from the village without the rest of them. So, I mean, I'm down to go and make camp somewhere, and I can always meditate. Seems like every time I think on this sword, I figure out new ways to use it. Is there something you want to try to accomplish with 4 hours, or do we want to try to stop him from learning how to make smoke bombs?
I mean, there's not really much I can do with 4 hours.
No books you need to catch up on?
It's not enough for a long rest, and I've used up a lot of my stuff already.
Did you bring a book? Got some light reading?
I got a book. Takes a little bit of coercion, but you might be able to read it.
As you
You're
guys are
not there.
chatting, since Blackwell and Zix, you guys are kind of like out more towards the forest. What's your passive perceptions?
19.
Perfect. Okay, so 19 is enough to notice. As you're kind of talking to Blackwell, you kind of look up for a moment. You see this dark winged creature very far above your head kind of swoop over into the southeast, kind of along the trail.
Before it gets too far, I'll nudge Blackwell and point at it. Check it out.
South is up here, right? Or is this
Towards the
way?
watchtower. Basically this direction.
I guess my instincts were good. We definitely shouldn't have wandered off on our own. Look at that thing. Can I get any gauge of how big it is and how far away it is?
Let's see. As far as how big it is, it appears to be a huge creature.
Oof.
See, the thing is massive.
Definitely quite far away. Like you can see the tip of the watchtower in the distance, and it's flying a good maybe 100 feet above that.
Well, that'll be fun. Another soul for the sword. Looks like a big one.
Okay, so charcoal.
So you guys are sticking around town to try to learn the smoke bombs.
Avril is. Una left with Brecken to go visit her parents again and just kind of hang out. Like we have to
Yeah,
wait. We have to kill some time. We're waiting for a friend.
in the grand scheme of things, 4 hours isn't that long. We could go to the movies and he'd be done, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you guys. There's no way I'm getting into a fight right now. Like, if we get into a fight right now, I'm dead. Like, I have 37 health and no resources.
Oh, Una
So,
was ready to knock your ass unconscious with every spell she had.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like if there's a time to take extra time doing something right now, I like you guys were planning on going off through the woods, and I was just 90% sure I was gonna die. So as soon as they were like, "Yeah, it's gonna take 4 hours to do a learning thing," I'm like, okay, maybe they'll want to take a long rest or a short rest or something. Some sort of rest would be cool before we go somewhere else.
Does that count as light activity so that you can take a short rest and get some HP?
You know what? I'll give it to you. If you guys
Yeah, I
want
was
to take a
gonna
long
say,
Yay, long
can we have a
rest.
long rest? Like, cause I can't do anything.
I think
I'm
that's
fucking
That's-
toast.
Yeah, I just think you're getting a short one this time.
Yeah, Una. I'll be fair. Una wants the long rest. She was planning on sleeping on the ship the whole way. Doesn't matter where we were going. She was going to sleep on that thing the whole way so she can get our level 5 back.
I mean, that was the plan, was to sleep on the ship. But
Well, listen to me though. Like, can we do the long rest? Because there's no reason for us to not just take camp right outside of.
the problem is we just took a long rest.
Before we fucking did this massive battle with the hag, we only took a short rest before that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been like a whole day. Because we took a long rest, we started to travel out there. We ended up splitting. We met the deer thing, went and collected them, came back, had the battle with the candy, took a short rest, continued on, skipped over the fucking gingerbreads while you were like after you did the scouting, did the whole fight against the hag. Now we've come all the way back to town. Then you guys started to scout the outer areas, came back around, almost got murdered by the queen, and so like
I'd say
it really sounds like. What are you saying?
I'll say it's probably like late afternoon, if not like early evening right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've done like a whole day's worth of activities and haven't taken a long rest. That's why I was saying like we should probably try to take a long rest if we can, because I can do another short rest, but I have almost no more fucking hit dice left. Even if we do a short rest, I can't get back to full health. I used almost every one of my hit dice up in the last short rest.
If you guys would like to discuss that, like before our next game, if it would be more useful, we can do that.
It is 7:30.
So are
Yeah.
you saying it's okay for us to take a long rest?
I mean, you guys. I mean, aside from
I
recent
know, like
events,
Randy would be like, "You guys just took one." No.
yeah, like as far as that, you guys could take one. But as far as like there's recent events have transpired where might not be super great in this town anymore, but you know that you've been relatively safe in the town. So, I mean, if you want to take the risk,
You
you
gave me an
can.
ultimatum. She said to kill it. I told her I was going to kill it. I just told her she was a piece of shit. So,
Avril may not be welcome in town after those 4 hours are up, or at least in Talon's court.
Well, we're gonna be in here for 8 now.
Yeah. So,
that's what I was saying. We didn't have to do it inside the town. We could just camp outside
we can camp outside.
That's totally fine. I
mean,
could just walk out of town after my 4-hour session and go into camp, and then finish the last 4 hours. And then we can carry on. However, because this is just learning, this is book work. This isn't like that's definitely stuff that you could do a short rest with. I mean, obviously it's up to Mom, but like for me, it doesn't seem like any strenuous activity, which is what like you can't do in order to not get a short rest.
Yeah, I'll give you short rest for long rest with that 4 hours if you choose to take one of those.
Yeah, because I have 3 hit dice. That's all I have left. So right now, all the recovery resources I have is 30 points tops, and that's not even going to put me over half, barely.
Yeah, so judging by the map you guys know you're almost out of the wilds if you chose to go that way, but you would be risking some being low on resources, but that's totally up to you guys. So, that's it.
That is definitely a next session thing.
Yeah. So we can go ahead and discuss in the Discord chat what the next decision will be, and we can just go ahead and pick it up there
next week.
Friday, or well, a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
We're taking a small break for this stream.
Yep.
Yeah, we're off the next 2 weeks. Mob's got something, and then I got something because I'm doing a fundraiser on the 3rd. So
check out your stream. You can plug your information for the stream, I guess.
No, I won't do it. I'm better than that.
Okay.
But I will say the event is called Extra Life, and you can find it my Extra Life page under extralife.org/participant Kisty_Nocturne. I'm raising money for Valley Children's Hospital here in Central California.
Aren't your stuff attached to our stuff? Like I thought that like
we
both supported each other, so like
yeah,
they should be able to find all your shit through our shit too.
Yeah, my shit's in there. But still, it's like I don't have the Extra Life thing on the Discord, and I'll probably post it later.
And you do that every year, right? Or just like 24-hour stream, right?
This year I'm doing it in a split of 12-hour streams. Because I haven't been able to do the 24+ hours in one day anymore. I keep falling asleep at like midnight, 3 o'clock, and making myself sick on Saturday. Trust me, it is. I'm streaming on November 3rd from noon with Malcolm/Drax. He'll be actually at my apartment with me, and we will be streaming a various amount of video games with a friend, and that's from 12 p.m. PDT to about either 12 or 2 a.m. the next day. And then we'll pick it up again on Saturday from noon to about 2 or 3 a.m. Sunday morning. So it's going to be long ass streams. But it's all for charity, so it's worth it.
Yeah. Totally. So
Mhm.
you guys should definitely go check that out if you're interested. And with that, I think we'll go ahead and call it right here for today and pick it up after a short break.
Yes.
Hell yeah, sounds good.
Sounds
A little
great.
bit of a break, and then we'll be back into figuring out whether or not Avril gets himself killed along with everybody else.
God, I
Yeah.
hope not.
Avril gets himself killed by himself. That's how that's going.
I will say
Yeah.
right now, Una is all about keeping everybody alive after seeing Zeke's go down and having me abandon the group. Obviously, Randy did not abandon us, but his character
I'm
left.
down to fight with you guys, but I'm not Kavork. I'm not doing Kavorks.
Yeah. And then Avril just tried to get himself killed by the fucking queen of
It was her
my
fault. I
girl's
did nothing
home
wrong.
realm. It's like, fuck.
I did nothing wrong. It's not my fault she's a piece of shit.
In Una's eyes, you don't piss off the person that is in charge of your girlfriend's home realm. Period.
I don't have a girlfriend, so I ain't got a problem with that.
Yeah, well, to Una, Avril pissed off
You know,
her
Avril
girlfriend's queen.
always right.
I know it
Nobody
will.
ever.
I know it will fall into Avril's logic, but Una's logic is, Avril, do not get yourself fucking killed. I can't lose anyone else in this like fucking world right now.
I mean, Blackwell's logic is Avril's dumb. So he
Una
has
has
not
yet
proved
to accept
himself
that.
very
She knows Avril's smart.
He's very driven.
There we go.
For him, it doesn't matter if I die doing this because it's something I believe in. So therefore, if I die doing it and I couldn't protect it, then all right, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, like, for him, it's not about being the smart decision, the right decision, the correct decision. For him, it's this is the way things should be, and he'll fight for it.
Oh yeah. You're a fighter. All right. And stream down.
Yep.